Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 165 of Ahwa, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to every single one of you guys. Please do hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys, make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. So, let's give you the rundown this week, guys. Manchester City 5, Crystal Palace 2, Kevin De Bruyne, elite performance. Liverpool 2, West Ham 1. Mr. Scarlett, or whatever the hell his name is, he's in the mud. Scarls, sorry. Because he got absolutely cooked, you know, today by man like, what's his name? Man like Mohamed Salah, you get me? And now, we are gonna talk about as well Chelsea drawing at home to Ipswich. They're 6th place in the English Premier League. Manchester United losing 4-1 away at Newcastle. This is who we are, mate. High line for life, losing to Wolves. And of course, Arsenal drawing 1-1 to Brentford. Title is done now. Khalas, title race is over, Habibis. Anyway, joining me first and foremost, my brother. We won this week. We won this week. City Pool back up, baby. Man like Hamza in the building. We won.
Come on.
Yes, Hamza.
Come
3-point play.
I'm watching you, fella. Yeah, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. You all called me Hamzero. Oh, Hamzero. Look at him run away. I didn't run away, did I? I'm here. When Ahwa on Sunday, I bring the 3 points when pressure's on. Your son brings the 3 points when pressure's on. That's two clubs with heritage. We know when it's tough, we deliver. Yeah, when I told you lot about the knowledge about Chelsea this season, I told you about Arsenal this season, I told you about Liverpool this season, I was right. The theory, Hamzero, is done.
Yes, Hamzero is done this week.
Ham Hero. That's my name.
Yes.
Today, I want you to spam there. Ham Hero. He's our hero. I'm your hero now. Yeah, Ham Hero is here.
Ham Hero, even I will spam that, I'll be honest. Ham Hero.
Yeah, but listen, Ham Hero is back. I need spam Ham Hero. Hero. Mwah, like Johnny Bravo. You guys grew up loving Johnny Bravo. I'm your Johnny Bravo now. I'm your Johnny Bravo. Come on, let's go. Let's get it on, bro.
Hey, guys, I promise you, we have to spam Ham Hero because he's gonna cook everyone today, and I'm here for it. You get me? Ali Tamimi, hello wallah, habibi. You ready for your cooking, Man United? Speaking of, I actually thought about this. Chelsea drawing to Ipswich at home is embarrassing. Arsenal drawing to Brentford at home is embarrassing. I'm gonna introduce Ahmed next because they lose every week, so this is nothing new. Man like Ahmed is in the building. Hi Ahmed, how are you, mate?
Big up, man. What's everyone saying? Manchester's still red. Big up Hamza, Hamzero. You know, Hamza's now a Liverpool fan. I'm gonna call him Scout Zero, bro. That's his new name. That's his new name. Big up the comment section. And yeah, man. Listen,
big up.
What can I say, bro?
Big up. Joining me next. What's worse, drawing at home to Brentford is Arsenal or drawing at home to Ipswich is Chelsea? Saad is probably a bit better, you know. Hi, Saad. How you doing, mate?
Big up, everybody. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you're done. And yeah, listen.
Is that a Reebok hoodie? That looks really good.
Sondico, actually. We got to.
I thought it's Reebok. Fine.
But that's it's not a name brand. You know what I mean? Sondico is the even cheaper version. You know what I mean? It's the even cheaper version. You know what I mean? We're living on a budget over here. Do you know what I mean? Big up, but listen, guys. Arsenal, we're on the beach. So do you know what I mean?
Here we go. Here on the beach.
But I can't lie. The way Hassan puts it is embarrassing, like as if the players aren't on the beach, like as if that performance right there did not show you. I swear he's trying to force this. Arsenal are still in the race just to prove.
By the way, your mic is not connected, just so you know. You're speaking through your laptop. You're not speaking through
cooking your equipment, you know. That's crazy.
Wallahi, bro. not all of us. We ain't got the.
And now it's I can't hear you at all.
money.
It's even worse, mate. Yeah, wakey.
Refresh. We can't even hear you now. Refresh. Wallahi. Leave and rejoin. أقسم بالله Ahmed,
Yeah,
am I
let me come
trolling?
back. I'll come
No,
back.
exactly.
I'm gonna come back.
Finally, your audio worked. Just refresh. Yes. Anyway, and the biggest bum in the entirety of the universe is here. He has less goals in 2025 than Nunes, than Moreno, than some of these bums. Do you guys know that Garnacho today has more goals than Cole Palmer 2025? Man like Ziad is in the building. Hi Ziad. بصير تشغل الكاميرا وتبطل حركات الولد.
what a Ballon d'Or for
كل
Salah.
مره بطلع لي بنفس امها الصوره. حبيبي خلص لي دروته ابسويتش يا اخي. بدنا نشوف
Big up
وجهك.
Ziad.
بدنا نشوف وجهك.
What a Ballon
أبو
d'Or for
الكيوي.
Salah, man. What a Ballon d'Or for Salah, bro. What a Ballon d'Or for Salah. Proper Chelsea's here. Champions League winner.
No Chelsea player in history won Ballon d'Or. So how you
Shush. Two-time
Hamza, do you have a Ballon d'Or winner?
Two-time Champions League winner.
Easy.
Ahmed, do you have a Ballon d'Or winner?
Yeah, Ronnie, mate.
Yeah, I have a Ballon d'Or winner as
Well,
well.
I have two-time Champions League winners, bro.
No, you have zero Ballon d'Or winners, so be
I have
quiet.
two-time Champions
You
League.
can't troll me with something you don't have.
Proper
You know?
Chelsea, bro.
It makes no
Proper
sense.
Chelsea.
It makes no
Proper
sense.
Chelsea.
And
Hamza,
he's
how many
here
Champions League do you
now.
have,
Hi,
Hamza?
speaking.
Is my mic better? No,
Yo, Saad,
my wife?
how many Champions Leagues do you have, Saad?
brother. Shut
Oh,
up.
now you
can't
want to
even
turn
get
it
3
to
points.
Saad.
He can't
Hold
even. He
that,
can't
bro.
even get 3 points.
He
Hold
cannot
that, G.
flex
That's
3
trying to
points.
chat,
You
bro.
want to know what he
Hold that,
did?
G.
He forgot
Hey.
that Liverpool have 2 Ballon d'Or winners in
Hold
history,
that.
so he couldn't talk
Hold
anymore.
that, blood. What Champions League for you, bro?
Kevin Keegan, Michael Owen. Hamza,
What
don't
I'm
go
Ballon
to
glad
d'Or
space.
that
for
he's.
Salah,
I'm
man?
glad that he's bringing Champions Leagues because he can't bring Premier Leagues, bro. He's only got 5. Bro.
What
Only got 5. He's only got 5. So the Premier League show, he can't chat about Premier Leagues. I could bring
What
you hella
Ballon d'Or
Premier
for
Leagues to
Salah,
the table,
man?
bro. I could bring
What
Sad,
Ballon
sad,
d'Or
sad,
for
sad,
Salah,
sad.
to the table.
Why are you talking to
Sorry.
Ziad this way? He has less league titles than Sunderland. Big up to Phineas who says, we are shit up the Chelsea anyway.
Crazy.
You are the biggest weasel. I see you in Staffy's chat weaseling around as well. You get me? You little weasel. Only clubs with a heritage won this week. Facts. City Pool in the building. You get me?
Disgusting. This is.
This is how I know he
disgusting, bro.
muted the mic. You muted the stream, ya Haywani Hamza.
No, I'm talking.
City Pool.
Come on. I'm ready. I've got the statistics. I'm going
Let's
here.
go.
Oh,
Now
God.
you're here because your team won. You fraud, is what AMT is saying. Who's this about?
It's about the fraud Hamza, obviously.
Oh, he was here last
Brother,
week. to be
when
fair.
he was getting cooked last stream, bro, this goes like,
ran
la,
away, innit?
man. And then that's it.
He
We
ran
didn't
away.
see
He
Hamza.
I
ran
never.
away.
I've heard. When's the last time I lost?
I feel so bad putting Saad next to this guy, so
You
let me
lost
just.
the minute you started supporting Man City, mate.
Wallahi, I am. Sorry. Until Mo's here, I just have to. No sunglasses today. Guess it's not as bright as it was midweek, mate. Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened?
you know what? Listen, I can't lie. I got a pretty dark.
Honeymoon's
man,
over,
you know what I
blood.
mean?
Honeymoon's over.
Honeymoon is over, blood.
Guys,
Honeymoon's over.
listen. I can't lie, man. I was on the beach, bro. Do you know what I mean? I left them on
Yeah,
the beach.
Oh,
honeymoon's
you
over.
were on the beach.
They got
Okay,
lost.
yeah,
The glasses got lost. The sunglasses got lost somewhere, bro, on the beach. Do you know what I mean? But
Mm.
anyway, man, we're here, man.
That's what they all say. Big up to ELCN who says, put some respect on Sandiko's name. Big up Sandiko. You get me?
We got
I have,
Sunday,
I have shorts like this in my closet. It's called Crocodile. I don't even know who the fuck
Yeah.
made this, but it's comfy, so fuck it. Why not? You get me? Sometimes you just wear it based off of comfort. There's nothing wrong with that. And joining us, Fonzie. Good to see you exist when you don't win, Saad. Oh, you know,
listen, man,
today
we're
someone
here, bro.
super chatted on my stream. Is Saad there or no? Because they drew.
You're such frauds because I've
That's
taken so many
violation.
cookings.
That's
I've
violation.
taken so many cookings, and then the fact that these guys want to start. Listen, this year's been rough, man.
Hold that. Hold that.
We're here, man.
Guys,
Oh,
big up
we're
to
here, bro.
Staffy who just told me Phineas the Weasel actually wants Garnacho at Chelsea. Oh my god.
Yeah, kick him, bro, kick him.
Big up to Yassar who says, Ziad, your club is a proper joke. Maresca. And speaking of, this is the perfect segue because we're going to start with the Chelsea today. We haven't spoken about Chelsea on Ahwa since forever. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe right here, right now. All these guys' links is in the description. Every single one of these guys is in the description. So go give them all a subscribe, please, you guys. Hamza's channel, you get me. All the guys' channels are in the description. So please do give them subscribe. And yeah, let's rock and roll, guys. So Chelsea 2, Ipswich 2. I want Ziad the bum to explain what the hell happened today.
No, I don't want to explain.
Ya Allah.
Sam,
This is what he does every single. No, Hamza. because
Nah,
every
nah,
single
nah, time, ya
Hamza, you do
akhi.
all the time. You explain for them, and he
Every
never speaks,
time,
bro.
bro.
Speak about your team, man.
جد زياد لازم تحكي عيب والله.
He normally eats on stream.
Just speak, bro.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
wallahi, bro.
خلاص just talk normally bro.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you
خلاص
something.
بيحكي تو بيحكي خلاص
Let me
خلاص
tell you something. Proper Chelsea's gonna talk. Listen. One thing I have learned, okay, is that this fan base are upside down. Okay, and people can make a lot of excuses for Maresca and a lot of reasoning behind why we are not performing well and why Parma's not doing well and why we're losing and why we're drawing and why the list goes on. But the simple reality is, if that bold Donny does not get top 4 or Champions League football, then he needs to be sacked.
I respect that.
None of this, I am a psychologist, and oh my God, as soon as we concede one goal, Colwell drops his head, and we've got a bunch of, I don't want to swear, but a bunch of crybabies in the squad, and they are not men, and they can't hack the pressure, and they can't, oh my God, as soon as we go 1-0 down, the game is over. Listen, bro, shut up, innit? Just be quiet. End of the day, we are.
Hello, Hamza. Hamza, how are you doing?
شفت
Yes.
اللي انت ادب.
I'm hero. Is here.
Exactly, they want him to speak. Come on.
I'm here.
زياد
I'm
is
hero.
talking يعني زياد عشان قال له هلو حمزه وقفت
خلاص.
الحكي
It
يعني
ended
هالدرجة
last week.
يعني
لا،
جد
عارف.
انت تعرف انت مرات يا اخي عليك حركات اقسم بالله لازم
But yeah.
أوقفك على التليفون يا اخي
But yeah,
بس
listen.
باب الحاره قد ما انت دراما ليش عشان الناس قال له هاي حمزه خلصني يا زلمه
قاعد احكي يا اخي.
Bro, he has to respect me after that Champions League lost final.
Listen, no one's
Yeah.
respecting you, man. Come on.
You know who's the daddy? Go on.
at least with Ziad like he's talking about the game finally for once.
But
Like,
yeah,
okay,
listen,
you're correct.
Listen,
If he
one
doesn't
thing we
get
got to
the
mention,
polish, he's sacked.
we got to
Carry on.
mention my baller Sancho, great goal, proper Chelsea. Make that permanent, please. 25 million, easy money. Hold that, Ahmed. But yeah, listen, get top 5 or get out. You've got. There's no excuse. There's not one excuse someone can say. I don't want to hear Poch's name because for some reason people are so obsessed with Poch. Okay, Poch this, Poch that.
But why not? Tell me why not, honestly.
Why do I care about Poch?
It's
Why
not
should
even a
I
care
care about
thing.
Poch?
It's about continuity.
No, it's not. It's about if you're good
يعني
enough.
if
or
you
not.
kept him, I think you would have gotten top 5 easily.
Okay, we will still be shit though. It's not hard to get top 5.
Ma, you're
This is
currently
the
sixth
problem.
behind
This is the problem. It's not hard to get top 5.
So
Who are we competing with? Someone
Ziad.
But
this-
Ziad, the
today,
issue is
yeah?
that you're 6th right now, though.
Today,
Okay.
And
But
you
that's-
have you seen the fixture? Have you guys? Do you
Sam.
guys actually know the Chelsea fixtures? Fulham, like to end the season. Fulham,
Yeah.
Everton, Liverpool, Forest, Newcastle, and Man United, who's their bogey
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
They literally have like 0 easy games left. Literally 0.
Sam,
Okay, so what are you making
Ziad, how
excuses
many?
for, bro?
Ziad, tell us about the game today. What happened out there, bro? Is it on the
2-0 down
manager
to
or is it on?
yeah, because,
is it,
yeah,
because
did you
because
expect
if you're
to beat
2-0
Ipswich Town?
if you're 2-0 down
Did
at
you
half
expect to
time,
beat
bro,
Ipswich Town?
it's concerning, bro.
Yeah.
So
Let
what
me ask
happened?
you.
Yeah, that's the Saad and Hamza question.
Yeah.
Ipswich
Did
today.
you
What the hell?
expect before the game? Did you expect to beat Ipswich Town?
100%.
Okay.
100% should be
So
walking
what
the park.
happened?
What
What
happened?
What happens is that we're playing shit and they've got players who are making silly mistakes as usual. But listen, I don't want to make this about the players because I'm
So
sick
who
of
are these
players.
players? Who are these players?
Yeah,
Who
no,
are
no.
Yeah,
these
we
you
need
to
names.
explain,
It's
bro.
true. We need
You
names.
need to
If
tell
you
us
say
which
someone is
players
shit,
were
I want to
playing
know
shit.
who you think is
Yeah,
shit. Tell
which
me.
players are these? Who are these players that are letting you down against
I know who they are.
Ipswich Town? No, let's see what he says.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, Augusta's not been having a good season. Augusta's not having a season. Palmer's non-existent. Jackson is non-existent. You know, you got Natchez not having a big enough impact. Okay, the only Enzo and Caicedo, listen, you got to give them 2 credit, man, because they're the only ones that are quite consistent throughout this whole season. And Cucurella, of course, that guy is yeah. Apart from Cucurella, Enzo, Caicedo, these are the 3 players that the whole season be quite consistent. Everyone else have been on and off. You don't know if they're playing. You don't know if they are playing. No impact. Like they might as well not be there, you know. But the overarching point is this is the whole season. The manager has to make a difference on these players. He has to.
But
If you're sitting there for 9 months or from whatever how long it is, from bloody August, okay, or even July till now, If you cannot have an impact on these players, then you are a problem and you need to go.
Okay, let me ask you. Do you need to coach a team against Ipswich Town? Do I need to give a team talk to be Ipswich Town at home?
Okay,
Perfect
come on,
question.
man.
Loki, by the way, Loki,
Hamza.
Hamza's cooking. Loki,
Perfect,
Loki, bro.
perfect
Do I
question.
need-
Perfect
me, I
question.
find it disrespectful. Do you
Loki,
think
he's cooking.
players
Honestly,
who are being
He's
paid
cooking,
this
100%.
much money, yeah,
because you're
Need
so
a
much
team
better
talk.
than Ipswich.
need a
Hamza's right. You don't
motivation?
even need to
Do
coach.
they need to be told what to do? You lost to Ipswich Town at home, yeah, away 2-0. You're playing them the 18th. Do you think the manager has to do anything? Or these players, if they're good enough, they do it?
But this is not Sunday League, okay, where you just go and say, yo, play and ban and vibe out. No, this is still a Premier League side. If we're being real, Ipswich or not, it's still a Premier League side and they're still Premier League footballers.
They're
Okay?
18.
We are the end of the season, basically. Like how many games left? Like 6 games or something.
6
7
games left.
Okay, 6 games. You're at the end of the season. The manager, everything should be set by now. I'm sorry. It should be
No,
set by now. Your
but you're
sub,
easily
the way you're
blaming the
playing,
manager.
the bloody mentality, everything should be set. The
No,
fact
but-
that we the problem is the fact that we are this late into the season and there's still there's still fans questioning the players' mentality. It goes to the manager. The
No,
manager
no,
sets
but
the
then that's a
mentality.
problem because you've gone through 6 managers in 3 years.
I don't care. 9 managers in 2 years. What's my
You've gone
problem?
through 6 managers in 3 years. You wanted Poch out. We
Nine
basically every around March, April, we come with you the same cycle. You do the same cycle where you
But-
crush on the manager. You've been given the same manager, different managers for 6 years. The guys who stayed the same are the players. Do you not then look at this and say, Ipswich? Well, I mean, I'm arrogant. I don't need to give team talk against
I
Ipswich.
Mo, big up, man.
I expect
Wallah, Mo, big
winning,
up, man.
especially, listen, when you talk about Enzo, Caicedo, I'm sorry, you're 225 million signing. Wallah, I don't care. Me, I crush Grealish. You're taking 300,000 a week. Yeah? It came to a point.
I said on the end, don't take 300,000 a week combined.
Wallah, I'm done with you. I don't give a shit. The same thing, I'm looking at your players. When you cost 250 million in midfield, that's more than the budget of Ipswich Town in the last 5-6 years that they spent. It's shameful for you to say, oh, Enzo's playing good and Caicedo's playing good. And what standard are you
I'm
using?
talking about the whole season, you
Bro,
fraud. I'm not talking about this
if
game.
you guys,
But
if
this
you
game
guys, if you guys
today-
know what's going through my head right now, yeah,
Yeah.
this guy is at Hamza right now, so he's trying to make it up back.
No, 1 second. Let me no, 1 second. No, because it's no 1 second. I'm looking at this. Sam, Wallah, let me. I said to my fan base before, Wallahi, Sam, I said, don't concentrate on Nottingham Forest. Don't concentrate on Newcastle. I said, there's one frauds that are there. Wallah, I said to them, scumbags. I said, Chelsea. I said, they failed before. Leopard does not change its spots, Sam. These guys were telling us before in November that they were the challengers to Liverpool Football Club to win the Premier League. Was it October, November?
No,
Were they
but you
not
all
telling
said
us
that, though.
that they were the
It was
challengers
at the start of the
Premier League?
season.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you all said Chelsea should be winning it, so you can't just
No,
flip
1
flop
second.
and say now
Sam,
they're not winning
no,
it.
1 second. I know, bro. I knew they were the frauds. Wallahi. Me and Sam have been consistent on Chelsea. We've not
No,
changed.
you are.
Yeah,
Me and
on
you
Chelsea we have
have-
agreed.
yeah, we've
Correct.
always been. Me and Sam have said.
Yeah, why are you lying, fraud? You apologized early in the season. Why are you lying?
Me. I
Come
didn't
on,
apologize.
you
Mo,
left.
Mo gaslighted
I
me.
am
I
so
shouldn't.
sorry.
Wallah,
I'm so
I
sorry.
never apologized.
Not
Sam,
you, man.
I told
Top
you.
left.
Sam, I told you before. We know Maresca's appointment was wrong. Do you know why? I knew it. I said it before. I said yes, because he doesn't have a CV, Sam. So it's tough to go and expect. So it has to go back to the
All
board.
these excuses, man. This is long. Let's
No,
stop.
1 second.
Stop.
1 second.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
Stop. This is no 1 second. Ziad, the problem is you don't realize the problem I see. I blame my issues on the board and the recruitment. Your recruitment is the worst recruitment, wallahi, I've ever seen in sports history. People need to be sacked at major levels. Wallahi. How can your football club? I'm sorry to say this.
You're wrong, actually. Yeah.
You're losing the respect now.
You're
Chelsea
wrong.
fans.
You're
You're
completely
starting to lose
wrong.
the respect. Yeah, it's going on the same cycle Every year we
You're
we get
completely
this-
wrong.
Oh, Poch out, Maresca out. Sam, why is it manager issue? Why is it no? You fraud
It's a
bloody
manager
Enzo
issue.
Fernandez,
No.
you fraud bloody Caicedo, you fraud Sancho, you fraud
No.
all this guy Cole Palmer.
Okay,
You're
one
walk-
second.
No,
Break it
no,
down.
Cole
no.
Palmer was
no.
compared to
Hold
Mo
on,
Salah.
hold on, hold
Sam,
on. Ziad,
Cole
sorry,
Palmer was
sorry.
compared to Mo Salah. Yes or no?
Give me
No,
a
no, no.
minute.
Cole Palmer was
One
compared
thing
to
I want to
Salah.
say. One
Give me a
thing I want to
minute.
say. One thing
This
I
is
want to
so
say.
reactionary.
This is
so
not the
reactionary.
super chat section or
Give
anything.
me.
Cole
We
Palmer was
do the
compared.
super chats in a bit, but I just want to read this one specifically. C is a Chelsea fan. C supports Chelsea. He says Palmer being called world class and he can't drag his team to win against Ipswich can't be arsed. This for me is now where I agree with Hamza. Hamza is saying this. Hamza's logic, bro. Today you're playing Ipswich. They got relegated. You don't even have to coach, guys. It's fucking Ipswich. Do what's required of you, and we win the game. This is reality.
Football doesn't work
I'm
like that.
sorry.
That's not reality.
This
That's
is-
not reality.
Habibi, Ziad,
Football
you're
doesn't
saying
work
it
like
doesn't
that.
work like that. But please don't tell me that Slot is sat there doing tactics when we're gonna play Southampton and Leicester and shit.
Yeah,
But
so
of
why
course
act
he
like
had-
a small team has never beaten a big team before?
Bro, look, Arsenal just about beat them.
You have got
Only one goal.
1 point out of 6 from relegated Ipswich, and you told us that when Madueke and Jackson will be back, you're gonna cook. They both played today, and you cooked salmonella.
I didn't
So
say
how's
shit.
that the
I
manager's
didn't
fault?
say shit. I didn't say shit. No, I
Can you
didn't
talk
say
about the
anything.
actual players though?
How long has Cole Palmer not
Palmer.
scored for Hazard?
Palmer
Cole
today.
Palmer. Cole Palmer was supposed to be world class.
So how
One
did
of the
Palmer?
best
How was
players
one
in
second?
the world.
Moreno,
One
who's the
second.
DM?
So how was Palmer playing at the start of the season?
Palmer has not scored in
No, no,
1,195
no. How good was he at the start of the season?
minutes, Sam. How many
good was he at
games?
the start of the
2025, he
season?
has less goals than Mikel Merino, bro. Come
Okay,
on.
how good was he at the start of the season?
What are we doing here?
How would
You
how
are
would he
joking.
sorry, what?
How good was he at the start of the season?
Start of the season, he was good, yeah.
I actually think that both
And
Hamza
how Chelsea?
and Hussam being very disingenuous.
How
on
were
this
Chelsea
team.
playing at the start of the season?
Good.
Okay, so what happened to Maresca? What happened to the team?
What happened to the team is these individuals aren't good enough in a long
Yeah,
period.
shit.
of
Mm.
يا
Yes.
شيخ
Yes.
That's not
ارحم لي
true.
They
بقى
all appear in patches.
ارحم لي بقى ايه ده
That's not
يا
true. though.
شيخ.
They all appear in patches, Ziad. Your
Patches,
team
the whole
has
team
Now-
playing in
now
your
patches.
because
team has
we're-
certain
The whole
moments in
team
them.
played in a patch.
Palmer has not scored in 13 games. 13
You haven't
games.
scored in 13 games. How about that, man?
13 games. The Cole
Yeah,
Palmer that you
yeah, man.
compare to top
Yeah.
players like Bukayo Saka, yeah, that I come for. What I
Newcastle
come for,
Grealish has not scored a goal in about
Wallahi,
20 million years, bro. So and he cost
Wallahi,
100 million.
Bukayo
Yeah, and we cooked Jack
Bukayo
Grealish,
Saka
so
did
why
not
don't we
score
cook
3 games,
Palmer
we
then?
are also proud. If Bukayo Saka did not score,
Grealish
for
is
three
100
games,
million.
then
This is
we're
Palmer's
talking.
second season in the Premier League.
Why should Palmer get away from it? Arsenal fans ask.
No one's saying Palmer's not been good.
Wallahi,
Palmer's not been
Arsenal
good.
This guy
fans
called
are being-
Ahmed. This
Ahmed,
guy
why
called
are you capable of
One
this?
second.
Can I ask Ahmed? I'm sorry, Ahmed always
can't
defends.
defend him
First of
anymore.
all, big up to Dan Potts for the raid. Thank you for Dan Potts for raiding
Okay,
the
so
stream.
what's your Champions League?
1,100 people in here.
What's
Guys,
your
let's get the
Champions
likes
League,
up. Everyone, please like the video now. Ahmed, can you separate technique from performances?
It's not
I
about
get it, you love
technique.
technique. Push them aside. 2025, right now, 2025, the year 2025 starts. It is unacceptable, and you must agree, even as a technique merchant, it's unacceptable for Cole Palmer to have less open play goals than Mikel Merino and Darwin Nunes.
Why
Wallahi,
Cole Palmer-
why are we comparing Grealish and Palmer?
Ya Habibi, I tell you, Grealish is shit all the
Grealish has
time.
scored more goals
No,
than
one
him
second.
Bro, no,
One
no.
second. One
in
second.
2025.
Grealish is a £100 million player and played his 9th season in the Premier League.
But
Whether you
Grealish
don't like
is
it,
a
one
bad
second.
player.
You stop.
No,
You be your
defensively.
mic. 1 second. Whether you like it or not, okay. Whether
Fraud.
you lot all like it or the chat. This is Palmer's second full season in the Premier League. It's a fact.
So he's a
Yeah,
one-season wonder.
No, no,
One
no,
season
no.
wonder,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah,
one-season
yeah,
wonder.
That's just
You
nonsense.
were
That's
crying last season. You were
He's a
crying last season. Now he's a
one-season
one-season
wonder.
wonder.
No, no,
Ya Habibi, Luis Diaz has more GA
He's
than
not
Cole
that
Palmer. Yeah.
player.
Bro, bro,
Let-
bro,
let-
bro.
Let's not
What's the player?
compare Bukayo Saka. Listen, Saad,
Bukayo
I'd
Saka
like to
playing his
apologize.
9th season.
Saad,
روح
let's- I'd
صلي
like
روح
to
صلي
apologize.
واسكت روح.
You know me, I dislike Bukayo Saka because he's a top tier player. And I'm gonna crush all of him. And I wait for his downfall. I wait for Bukayo Saka's downfall. 100%. I put my hand up and God's my witness. God will ask me the hereafter, say, why are you crushing God? I say, yo, I had an agenda on Bukayo Saka because I want him to fail.
What's
But
Saka
listen,
got to do with anything with
Saying
Palmer?
yo
Saka,
to Allah is
wallahi,
crazy. But
I
anyway,
crushed Bukayo Saka so much, yeah, for failing 2 games, 3 games. Cole Palmer has failed to score against Ipswich
Here
Town.
comes another one-day Muslim, one-day
no,
Christian
what's
thing, you know.
Is
Here comes that.
Cole Palmer has become
Yes,
Jack
bro.
Grealish.
He's like, I had an
Cole
agenda
Palmer
against Saka. That's
is
why I was
basically
saying that, but he's actually a good player. Now
That's it.
Palmer's shit.
As
Next
Mo was
week,
saying.
Saka
Yeah?
shit, and Palmer is good.
No,
because
Saka's
Palmer's
good. Saka, I
See, I'm
crush him.
telling you guys, he says that Saka now is good just to get away with it.
No,
But this is
because
ridiculous
Arsenal fans told me
argument.
today. Arsenal fans told me,
You are
if
saying
don't
that
put
Saka
Bukayo,
was shit.
Cole Palmer
You
today,
talk
you're a
about
hypocrite.
Bukayo Saka
It's
so
gonna
much.
have to be
Listen,
honest.
I
And
am
I told
ill
this to
and
Arsenal
I
I've
don't
been
have
crushing
the
on
time now to
Bukayo
get you
Saka
cash
every
out
time.
of the
I'm not gonna let
thing
this guy go.
against
I know he came
us
from
so soon.
academy, but it's
You literally
absolutely
say
unacceptable
you're
for you not to score for 5 months. 5 months. And here more say, this is constipated.
Wallahi, I will cook you
If
again.
you constipate, go to the toilet.
But
once,
Saka, I'm gonna cook you
I am
again.
cooking
Inter,
bloody that Cole Palmer
you
guy.
told us. You
Why
told us
are you
for 2
struggling to
years.
go score against Ipswich Town? Why are you struggling to
I'm
carry
so
bloody
ill to
against
actually
Ipswich?
battle
When-
with this
Oh,
guy.
you're playing Europa Conference League, Cole Palmer. You need to play UCL. You're going to Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan.
No,
You're getting busted.
You know Palmer, yeah,
Kazakhstan
in that
Here
game.
comes-
here comes the monologue.
Wait. Palmer,
Ahmed, let him finish
Against-
the monologue. It's the same monologue that he said about
Why?
Saka just 2 weeks ago. Now he's gonna say it about Cole
We're
Palmer.
crushing
Tell us-
Cole Palmer.
And he's gonna
We're
exactly.
crushing
And,
Enzo Fernandez.
and now he's gonna tell
Enzo
us.
Fernandez, yeah, £110 million player. This guy, yeah, he's failing to do it. All he does, color his hair, and then he gets into the box. Pooh, nothing. He can't do anything. He's the vice captain. Wallahi, he's the vice captain of Chelsea Football Club. Wallahi, he's the biggest comedy ever. Caicedo is so stiff, bro. It takes him 3 days to turn around. I've never seen a midfielder,
Caicedo, fam.
bro. He's like a
I'm so confused.
bro, the guy is stiff. The guy is a stiff. He can't. Bro, you see players like Xavi, 360, bang. Rodri, bang. I see Declan Rice, turns around, moves the ball.
What are we
forward.
doing here? What are we actually doing here?
I see that.
what is
for Real
this?
Madrid.
This is
Declan
where Ahmed
Rice.
speaks.
Wallahi,
Let him
Declan
say his
Rice.
Declan.
You just
Xavi,
spoke
Iniesta,
about
Declan
What
Rice.
are we doing?
bro,
Declan
you
Rice
just-
is a better player than Caicedo.
Oh man, I'm done here, bro. Your football knowledge.
Declan Rice is a
Bro,
better player.
It's not only his
No,
football
hold on,
knowledge.
hold on.
No,
Wait,
hold on. Ahmed.
wait.
It's not only his football knowledge
Alhamdulillah,
things.
you pay
Bro, his football
225
knowledge
million.
is up and down. He
How
can't even
dare
make an
you
argument,
finish
bro.
Europa Conference League again?
Hamza, you're so
The biggest
inconsistent with your
achievement this
views.
season.
Wait,
Wallahi,
wait,
listen,
wait.
Hussam.
Yeah,
Wallahi,
wait,
listen,
wait.
Hussam. Let me finish.
Oh,
The
my
biggest
days.
I can
achievement.
stand
Wallahi, they were telling me.
20 years later.
Wallahi,
man.
Chelsea fans were telling me, Hamza, if we win Europa Conference League, watch, I'm gonna turn up in the parade. Wallahi, wallahi, they will. Wallahi, I swear to God, they're telling me they're turning up in the parade. You're parading your Europa Conference League. The Chelsea Football
That's
Club had
embarrassing,
the
Ahmed.
Balak
That's
and
very
Drogba. You're begging to play Europa League because you want to win the Europa Conference League. If they win the Conference League, they play Europa League. That's the only way. You are not.
Hamza has to be the most
have made the
inconsistent
biggest
person I've met on
mistake.
football.
You
Hamza's
made the
so
biggest-
inconsistent with his views,
Hussam,
this man.
I never thought they would do the Ipswich Town. I saw the fixtures.
And
When
he's-
I saw red flag Hussam, is the way they beat Leicester City.
They're not
at
getting
home.
top 6 now. They're not getting top 5 now.
Hussam,
Dream
Aston Villa's
about
coming.
Chelsea fans.
Sam.
You're not getting Champions League. It's done.
You're
It's
not
done.
getting champions.
Are you going to go away to
haven't
St
got a
James's
sponsor
Park and win?
on your
Are you going
shirt.
to go away to
You
Nottingham
don't have a
Forest and win? It's
sponsor
done.
because you
It's
cannot
finished.
play.
Wait.
Sam, you know they don't have a sponsor.
Ah.
You know they don't have a sponsor on their shirt. Why? Because they're broke. They're trying to sell hotels to their own. I'm selling a women's team to myself.
I'm selling the
You
women's
bought
team
up,
to
days
me.
are numbered. Yo, you're going back to start booking your hotels back at Legia so next year. Start
Shout out to all the
booking
Polish
Warsaw return leg again 2026. Tell them, start making your friends. Book your place in Kazakhstan. The tickets are gonna get expensive. Don't get that long bus you used to get. And I was getting a bus from border of Turkish, and then I had to get another bus. I had to wait midnight and get another bus. Yo, I'm getting plane. I'm getting Etihad Airways to Madrid. First class. Mwah. I'm getting Etihad Airways to Paris.
Money man
I'm going
Hamza,
to
yeah.
visit places in
First class,
Barcelona.
yeah.
Mwah. I'm gonna say, yo, where do you want to
I
go?
swear to you, if you
guys?
ask someone in Spain who
Wait,
are Man City,
Oh,
they
you're
won't
gonna go
actually know. I
Port
swear
Vale.
to you.
Shut up. You got Port Vale next
They-
week. Yeah.
They don't
You
actually know
see
who Man
yourself
City are.
as
Like Man
You
City.
will
what's
be
that?
going Port Vale next
What's
year.
that?
So we're gonna
Ahmed, why
come
do you
to
get so pressed
yeah?
when he speaks
You
about
and
Chelsea?
Swin, you're gonna go to Port
Yeah,
Vale.
Ahmed, why do you always
You're
defend
What?
Chelsea like they're your
You,
team?
that's your,
Not
that's
really.
where you'll be going on holiday.
No, it's not even
Yeah,
about
fuck
that.
these
It's not even
bums.
about that.
If you want to
I
have
am
objective
going.
conversations, that's fine.
Sam,
but-
No, but it's about his
Arsenal-
inconsistent
Chelsea,
views.
you know.
I don't care about Chelsea.
Liverpool will be there. I am there, Sam. Sam, I smoked blood today. Sam, how can you struggle against Ipswich?
Hamza,
Town
you've
who
had
are
a blocked
the-
nose for the whole season. He's saying I smell blood, bro. Your
Do
City
you know
have
why
been
you're
rubbish this
defending
season.
them? Do you know why
You've
you're
had a
defending
blocked
scumbags?
nose.
Do you know why you're
You've had a
defending them?
blocked nose
Because
for
you're looking
a
down
whole
to them.
Wow.
You're scared they're gonna pass you.
He's had a blocked
You're
nose, and now he's got
That's
his
your
chest
rivals,
up
bro.
to beat him.
Sit down on the floor. I'm cussing your rivals, Ipswich Town. They got a draw against them, bro. You shouldn't be rattled. You're only rattled because that's the table you sit on. You sit on the floor there with the likes of Wolves and Ipswich Town to be your friends.
Wolves are still bigger than you.
2025.
You get what I'm saying?
I want to spend time with
Wolves,
Saad.
I've got more respect for Wolves than Man City.
In
I
the
can't
Champions
respect
League.
criminals. I can't
Yes,
respect
sir.
criminals.
So I needed to win. Wallahi, my players are old. They said, Hamza, I am old when the walking sticks, KDB. Don't worry, Hamza. I can dangle Palace. Enzo Fernandez. He loves his colors hair. I'm just, bro, your players are prima donna, bro. They will not get in the top side. None of your players. You got the worst keeper in the league. You got Tony Abirabai. You waste money on him. Liverpool was a joke. Wallahi, he's a joke. Wallahi, he's a failure. That guy cannot get in the top 5 teams. Liverpool is a bum. Wesley Fofana is always injured. Reece James doesn't care about football anymore. Spends more time. That's your captain. Yes. Mudryk, we've not seen 110 million Mudryk. Where's Mudryk these days? I don't see Mudryk. They spend 110 million on that guy.
He's banned.
Neto spent 70 million on Neto. What's Neto doing? Spamming crosses. Mwah! Spamming crosses. Let me spam crosses. Guy. And guess who's up front? Jackson. Failure of a striker. Failure of a bum. He's a Sunday League striker. Mateta is a better striker than Nicholas Jackson. Tell me if I'm wrong. Who believes here Nicholas Jackson is better than Mateta? Who believes here? Come out forward and tell me. Eberechi Eze starts for Chelsea. Ismail Assar Adam Wharton starts for Chelsea. Crystal Palace starts for Chelsea. Magay starts for Chelsea. Tell me if I'm
Unmute
wrong.
your mic, you kalb.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Does Magay start for Chelsea? Does Eze start for Eberechi Eze start for Chelsea? Does Mateta start for Chelsea? Ismail Assar starts for Chelsea. Yeah, this club, you ain't gonna play Champions League, boy. You're gonna get dunked by
Yeah,
Everton.
boy.
You're gonna
Enjoy
get dunked by
Europa next
You're gonna
season
be
or
You're gonna
conference.
parade
That's it.
Liverpool. You're gonna give them a guards of honor, yeah, at Liverpool again, yeah. You're gonna give them a guard. You know, you Kaka Salah. Look at the photo that you got. You're shameless. You're shameless.
You literally cost Salah as well. What are you talking about?
You know what? You'll be the one who's crying.
He's
That's
literally
a shame.
cost
Chelsea, Liverpool, you'll be praying
a
for
shame.
some. Give me 3 points. For some, give me
18
3
assists.
points.
Have some.
Because you want to be in the UCL so bad. And guess what? You're mocking Van Dijk. Wallahi, Van Dijk walks into your team. He changes.
That's just common knowledge.
Van Dijk, wallahi, changes the whole team.
He walks
How
into
can you
any
mock
team in
Mo
the
Salah?
Premier.
You're a shameless guy. I am so glad today, Hassan, I've been given life. My worst ever team, I beat them home and away, Hassan. My worst ever team, Hassan, I dunked on these. These are pros, Hassan. These guys, Arsenal dunked on me 5. But these guys, who? I smashed them, man. You're my little boys. You tell me, Hamza, we're blue brothers. We ain't blue brothers.
Oh, Ziad, you're gonna let him
No,
talk to
we're
him?
not brothers anymore. I don't want to spend time with you.
Ziad,
You
fight back,
went to
bro.
Europa Conference League 2 years in a row. You want to become my brother? You're not part of me. I don't want to hang around with you. I don't want to hang around with you anymore. Calling me blue brothers. You ain't got a sponsor to call me myself brothers. I've got a brother. Etihad Airways. You can't even afford getting
Paul has
EasyJet.
had enough of
Because
Hamza.
EasyJet doesn't go
Paul
Kazakhstan.
has had
EasyJet doesn't
we
go
do need to
Kazakhstan.
speak
You have
about
to
we
get
need to
National
speak
Express
about
to Germany.
Mo's
Walk a
thing,
bit
'cause
to
I need Mo to
Bulgaria.
explain it to me.
Get a bicycle to Croatia. And then get little hiking, busking, asking people for lifts. That's what you'll be asking, bro. In Thursday nights, no one's going to watch you Europa Conference League again. You're a shameful fan base who backed your owner who've let you down. This is the reason when you lower your standards, Sam. That's what's happened to Ziad when he's lowered his standard. Up the Chelsea, up the Chelsea.
Two-time Champions
You've
League
been
winner,
caught up-
and now
you've
he's
been
celebrating
caught up,
Conference League.
You'll be caught up at UEFA. UEFA refused to accept that you selling. Well, now they sell the women's team to themselves. So this is forgery. At least I do, bro. Blatantly, I had stadium sponsors. You see, I do it. Bro, you sold your own female team to yourself. You got caught up. You ever said, get out of here, man. It ain't gonna make a difference. Money's run out now. Cole Palmer is finito. Huh? Jadon Sancho, are you gonna take him back? Are you gonna pay Man United money? Are you gonna take him? Because you're getting Sterling back. Saad ain't gonna accept Sterling. Saad. 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 Are you gonna keep Sterling or you're sending Sterling back? Because I got my 50 million from him.
If Sterling stays at my club, I'll do unthinkable things, bro.
You got a lot of problems. You got
to go back, bro.
Nicholas Jackson is your striker. Your PSR, your spending, your fun, you being car. Guess what? Your owners have destroyed you. Enzo Fernandez, he's wanted by Real Madrid. He's wanted by Real Madrid. A guy can't even dunk Ipswich Town. He's wanted by Real Madrid. Bro, to serve tea, to clean the toilets for Real Madrid. You think he can play with Real Madrid players? The Real Madrid badge? Yeah? Your players are finished. Where's Mudryk? Where's Mudryk? What have you done to Mudryk? Cucurella, Paella, what? That guy is a shithole, bro. You got a lucky, wallah, you got a lucky win against Leicester City. That's when I knew your frauds. Someone cook them next Saad. Cook these frauds. We don't. Some don't invite this guy.
I need to speak to.
Benito, man.
I need to speak to Mo because Mo said.
Newcastle, my brothers.
Mo, you
said
something about
all brothers. Newcastle. You're my brothers. These guys. I don't want to spend time with these guys. Yeah.
Mo, you said something about you can't blame them.
We're gonna talk football now.
Explain? I need you to explain to me.
We're gonna talk about the football. Say again now. So let's talk. Ziad, unmute the stream. Let's talk. Ziad, unmute the stream.
I said unmute the stream. The stream's not muted. He's just giving me headache, so I muted myself.
Go ahead, Saad. That's the question now. Let's talk football. Guys.
So why can't you blame the manager?
Actually, it's the other way around.
No, sorry. Why can't you blame the players rather than the manager? Because the way I look at it, yeah, I understand that the manager needs to, still be able to pick the team and all of this kind of stuff. But the quality of players that they have there should be able to get past Ipswich. There's
100%. Not without a manager that is very stubborn and insists on doing what is bad for the players. Even Osam, when he did the rant about the players in the beginning, when we were talking to MHF a couple of days ago about Chelsea, the problem is everyone can see that Cole Palmer is not thriving in the 10. And Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, and Caicedo is being exposed defensively, even by a team like Ipswich. By the way, in the two legs, Caicedo was left on an island by himself. Today, Caicedo had two players on him, the 2/8 of Ipswich, ahead of Sam Morsi. And Enzo Fernandez is not defending because Enzo Fernandez's job, based on Maresca, is to crash the 18. And by the way, if you look at Enzo Fernandez tactics and look at Enzo Fernandez, right? Enzo Fernandez was so many times in the 18 of Ipswich because that is his job, to support Jackson, because Palmer, as a 10, he's outside the 18. So Caicedo in transition is left on his own. And that is not enough in the Premier League to have any DM, especially with a weak defense behind him with Chalaba or Tosin, or even a goalkeeper that is not assuring like Sanchez. You cannot leave Caicedo. You can get the best DM in the history of the sport, and he cannot be by himself. For example, he's insisting on Cole Palmer going through the center, going through the middle. He's insisting on not making Cole Palmer the main player of the team. Look at his touches, Cole Palmer. There are a lot of others. There's about like 7 players on the pitch that are having more touches than Cole Palmer. So I'm not going to crash it on Cole Palmer. And the reason why they were playing good in the beginning of the season is that I think now I was wrong. It was a continuation of how Chelsea at the end of the season was the 3rd best team in the country based on the results, right? Mm-hmm. And that is now the problem. If you look at Enzo Maresca and how he set up the team, everyone knows now, against him, double on your wingers. Your wingers will not produce anything because your fullbacks don't overlap. By the way, even Cucurella, he doesn't overlap. It's either Cucurella is in the 18 or he's outside. He doesn't overlap. When is the last time you have seen Cucurella go to the byline and get a cross? Rarely you see that. When is the last time you saw Malo Gusto go to the byline and get a cross? You rarely see that. So you're putting your wingers to failure, right? You look at Enzo Fernandez. The guy doesn't know how to defend. You need dogs around him, not one dog like Caicedo. By the way, a couple of games ago, Caicedo had a monstrous game against Spurs a couple of weeks ago. He was amazing against Spurs, and he scored that goal that got chopped off because of offside, that he drew the lines and the offside system was not there. But the problem is, when you see other managers like McKenna, who are good managers, they expose that hole in Chelsea. They expose the hole that you have
Good
one
managers
DM.
like McKenna.
By the way, yeah, McKenna's not a bad manager. He did it for Chelsea twice. Yeah, you're not listening.
He's a good
McKenna,
manager.
he's just a good manager. You don't need a
Okay
genius.
manager or good?
Chelsea.
Or is there levels of manager?
He's an okay manager.
Okay, not good.
Yeah, he's an McKenna is a championship manager. He's just
I
and he's
thought you
going to
said
get
good. That's
relegated
what I was gonna
again.
say. I don't
Like
rate
an
that.
okay, what I mean, an okay
don't rate
manager. You know that the problem is, if you want to talk ball, McKenna did the same thing for Chelsea 2 games. In the first game, when he won 2-0 on the transition, because Caicedo was left on an island, and he did it this season. By the way, even at 2-0, you know that they had 2 chances. Ziad can tell you what I'm talking about. They passed it around Caicedo, and the guy had a clear shot that went just 1 centimeter next to the post. They did that twice. Why? Because Caicedo's by himself. No player in the history of the sport can mark 2 players, especially in the center of the pitch. And that is why, Saad, it's more on the manager than the players. Put Cole Parman on the right. Let him invert.
There has to be accountability to players. But does the players take accountability?
No, but I'm going to tell you
that the players. Simple question. When you ask in are the players taking accountability? Yes or no?
No, I don't think the players should take accountability.
I want to know. Are the players?
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why.
I need to go after. I need to go after because I need to speak after.
Just 2 seasons ago, everyone at Liverpool was performing bad, right? Everyone. When Liverpool barely got in the Champions League, or they got finished Europa League or something. The problem at that time is that I can't blame the individuals. I'm going to blame the manager that can't set up the team based on their abilities. You had Jordan Henderson that was finished. You had Fabinho that was finished. And you still wanted to do the gang-ho football. I'm not going to blame the players. I'm going to blame the manager. Once you have about 5-6 players that are not performing well, now you start. Yeah, Habibi, their players are not finished.
Bro,
these statements like in the air without actually going deep into it. Like this statement, Chelsea players are shit. Chelsea players are finished. It's just a statement out there for Twitter, bro.
It's criminal for a great manager like Jurgen Klopp from that issue to not being backed and giving quality players when he had made world-class players like Lewandowski, Ilkay Gundogan.
What is this?
So to me, I will never blame quality. These managers, I don't ever rate. I rate them so highly, no matter what.
But do you rate Maresca highly then?
No, because I said to you, me and Hussam were consistent. When they got him, wallahi,
Hussam was not even consistent from last stream to this stream.
Me, I was consistent. Hussam, you made the biggest mistake. Hussam, I never changed.
No,
an hour ago.
Won't make top 5. I said
it's the CV.
No. We're talking about what? Yeah, Habibi, he wants to lump you into. It's not Maresca's fault. It's the player's fault.
Are the players taking accountability? Yes or no?
Hussam, you said this crop of player with Pochettino, who you think is a better manager, Maresca, would have got in Champions League, right?
With Pochettino, yes.
That by definition means the players might not be challenging, but they're good enough with a competent manager that stayed with them 2 years to get him. Hamza, stop.
More,
yes, but then the problem is
that
people like Ziad are the problem. Who last season,
why is Ziad the problem?
Last year, Ziad is the problem. I'll tell you why Ziad is the problem.
Why is Ziad
all of last year, him and Lewis and all the people on that channel and multiple different people like Don and Chaz said that the only problem at Chelsea Football Club was Mauricio Pochettino. Pochettino leaves, Maresca comes in. Problem.
Yeah, Habibi, no, you're wrong. I'm gonna stop. We need to speak.
You know the problem is everyone knows in football the most important thing in football you need is a good manager. You need a good manager. Hansi Flick has gone to Barcelona.
That's what I'm saying.
It's quality of manager. No one has a problem. It's a fact, 100%. I said it from before.
Wallahi, he said that.
No, Sam. I said from before the fact that Thomas Tuchel got sacked, they never upgraded on playing like Hansi Flick. They got rejected for Luis Enrique. Wallahi, we said how many times someone say Luis Enrique
that's a different cooking. We can cook Chelsea now, a different cooking.
One second. me, I blame one thing. Listen, let me tell you. I blame the board. Listen, once again, let me repeat again. I blame Chelsea board. Chelsea board, Hussam, are the biggest criminal in Chelsea's football club. Hussam, when Chelsea's board go and get and look up to Brighton, they go and downgrade and take the people at Brighton to recruit their players. They say to Brighton, we need your recruitment, guys. So all the
Brighton's recruitment is good, though.
They're data specialists who are taking players.
Brighton's got a good recruitment.
Brighton's recruitment is good for Brighton's level.
Joao Pedro. All these
Ahmed,
players.
you're missing the point. Brighton recruitment is good for Brighton level.
Look at me. I took
There's a reason why Brighton are ninth in the league right now.
Look at Matthias Nunes. I took him. He's shit to me. He doesn't mean Ahmed. There's level to the game. When you go at the top level, you need to recruit that 1 or 2 or 5% excellence. And that mistake, Brighton can afford to make mistakes.
So do you think FSG have elite recruitment?
Brighton can afford to come 9th or 8th. Chelsea can't afford.
Do Arsenal have elite recruitment? Can you answer that question?
Does Arsenal have?
No, they don't have elite recruitment. Why are they in the position they're in now? Despite them having the recruitment than Chelsea. Because Arteta's getting the best of what he's got. Simple as that.
Recruitment than Chelsea.
Saliba's not necessarily just
they've had more L's than their signings.
No, we haven't.
Declan Rice is a bad recruitment. Declan Rice.
Yes, it is.
It's there or thereabouts. It's there or thereabouts. 50.
Wallahi, if he didn't score that free kick, we would not be talking about like Rice like this.
What are we doing here?
Kai Havertz wasn't a good signing. Declan Rice, you overpaid, bro. Raheem Sterling is poor recruitment. Calafiori, you didn't really need them like that. And Marino, you didn't address the positions that you wanted. Arsenal's recruitment, is not. Arsenal's recruitment is not.
We could do Gabriel. We could do Saliba. We could do freaking Ben White.
Ben White.
You want us to do?
We can do Raya. We can do Raya.
We could do Rice. We could do everything, bro.
We can even do Trossard for 35 million.
Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, Sterling. We can do
No, but you're looking at
Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko is wrong.
And Zinchenko, you're looking.
They came from Man City.
They came from Man City and they got them to challenge Hamza right away. 1 year.
You're looking at
next year challenge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're looking at Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko.
They challenged for the title because of the recruitment they brought.
You're not looking at what they
Arteta took these players from 5th. He added 2 players of Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. He challenged until Partey and Saliba.
What I'm saying to you is that you do not need to recruit the highest level of players here to challenge in this league.
If you haven't, hold on. Now,
but when you spend 1.5 billion,
Habibi, stop now.
And you can't challenge for top 4, there's something wrong.
Chelsea, they just buy like they're free.
Ahmed, yes. Chelsea are wrong. But I want just to go back a little bit. I want you guys to see these players. You guys are saying now they're not good. I disagree with you. These players at the end, Pochettino got them to play some brand of football. Osam is saying, I blame Ziad and Lewis for saying Poch out. These guys wanted Poch out. That is correct. And it was their right because they believe that these players can do better. The problem is they went and got a manager that is worse than Poch.
Yes.
Am I wrong to say that? Stop. Ziad.
Am I wrong? The biggest mistake. You flip-flop, Sam.
La ilaha illallah.
No, I think Maresca.
What the fuck?
You reacted too early.
No, I think Poch should have stayed. Me and you agreed. Poch should have
but
stayed.
You reacted. You went on praise them on a 10-minute when they drew to you. I said to you, why did you do that?
He's gonna make me rage quit this time. He's gonna make me rage quit this time. Okay, now let me talk to Ziad now. Ziad, in hindsight now, can I say
يا حبيبي خلاص tell her you're busy. Tell her حبيبتي I'm busy I'll text you أكتر.
عني يا أنت الثاني.
قلها حبيبتي مشغول بودي لك مسج بعد البث عادي تسمحي لي.
Can I say in hindsight that the players got worse?
Change that to Maresca next week, Lewis. I'll wait for it. Anyway, go ahead, Mo.
Go on, Mo.
Is this in hindsight now? Can we say that Chelsea hired a worse coach than Pochettino now at the current moment? Why not? If the players worse, you play worse football. You only started the season well. I'm just giving you the reasons, and you can rebuttal them. Right? You started the season well. Maybe that was a continuation. Now you're playing a worse football than Pochettino's ball. Some of your best players are now performing bad. The likes of Palmer is performing bad. Your defense is wide open. You criticize the wingers now because there is no overlapping. Yes, Kukurea is scoring every now and then for crashing the 18, but he's not helping Sancho. He's not. The Malo Gusto's not helping.
Maresca's the way we were playing on the Maresca at the start of the season was better than any single Poch ever.
But maybe that was a continuation of last season's Pochettino.
No,
it wasn't a different style. It was a free-flowing football. It was a free-flowing football.
The way we were playing on the Maresca at the start of the season was 10 times better than the way we ended the season.
Bro, Caicedo, people will, you know how, but the thing is, yeah, like, you know how we was like, oh, Caicedo last season. Caicedo last season.
To sit on the beach for 3 months. What is this, bro?
No, you're missing the point. You're saying last season, sorry, Ahmed, because last season you started the season really bad, but ended the season well. This season you could have just.
By the way, this narrative that we ended the season so well. No, we just won more games. We weren't playing amazing football.
Chelsea last season at the end weren't playing amazing.
What in this game?
Chelsea last season at the end weren't playing amazing.
No, we weren't.
Wow.
No, we weren't, bro.
Mo,
we really weren't. We were just getting better results.
Wait, no, but the thing is, yeah. No, just 2 seconds. Let's say as it is, yeah. Chelsea as a club and all of it, yeah, they're messed up in it. They're pretty much finished here because the minute I started to see like, oh, there was really heavily rumored with Garnacho in January, and they tried to get that type of winger. Shows you like what type of direction they're going into. They're going into this Garnacho and Madueke and Neto type wingers. Like that's just horrendous. And secondly, Maresca, he should be sacked with how he's performed this season because I'm pretty sure he was around second not too long ago, a few months ago. Sorry, he was around. He was
2 points behind Liverpool. Now he's 22 points.
Exactly. So you know what's mad? That is the similar thing to what he did with Leicester, bottling a 20-point lead. Yes, he won the title, yeah, but he cannot close down. And whenever there's pressure, he always makes the same mistakes, not making the right subs, making them too late. And Chelsea fans are really similar to United fans. They start to blame like, oh, it's this player or it's that player and it's that. Bro, your recruitment's not been great. You've hired a manager, yeah, who's not really, like he's fell off massively. It's very similar to United. Like it's very similar. It is.
زياد وينك حبيبي؟ ما هو احمد بيحكي معاك يا اخي. الله ولي الصابرين. انا بحس حالي
The thing is, yeah, even the big accounts now.
Saad go, Hamza, because Saad wants to.
Well, I haven't even spoken yet. Mo, the only thing I want to say to you, obviously, I understand what you were saying about the whole midfield situation. Caicedo being left by himself as a lone midfielder, lone DM. Yeah, I understand that, but the reason why I say we have to look at some of the players is because, yes, there's all of that stuff that's happening in the midfield. There's all of that stuff tactically that's happening, but Chelsea are still creating chances. So why are the attacking players not putting the ball in the back of the net? Because they're creating many chances. They're having many shots on goal, but still not putting the ball in the back of the net. Many shots going off target.
The collection of players.
This is the problem. This is the problem right now. Is it's more of a because yes, I understand that over a long period, that's not something that's going to win you a league. With Mo's
he's blaming the manager
or analysis on the manager. Yes, the manager's not going to win you the league 100%. But if we're talking about this game, that what you said does not correlate
the players
because this
game.
Actually,
you're wrong. This
game, they should be able to outscore Ipswich. They should be able to outscore.
Yeah, but they didn't. I'm gonna Ahmed.
Has Maresca go good keeper?
Can one at a time.
Has Maresca? Let me ask you specific.
Can I answer Saad?
No. I'm gonna ask you.
I need to answer. Yeah.
I need to go good keeper. Yes or no?
I have a massive.
No,
I am ill. I need to ask. Yeah, Habibi, I will fucking answer it. No, he's gonna fucking make me rage quit. Wallah al-Azim, I'm out, bro.
Has Maresca?
Bro, I'm out.
Good keeper.
Stinker and hooked. Wow.
He's out. I've moved. There you are. He's run away.
Why do you not let him speak?
Because he has to answer specific. You have to cut these guys out. They go on this. Oh, you know me. I'm not a tactical. Son, I say what it is.
No, you should just let him talk. Why did you not let him talk?
Moving midfield, left back has to invert a bit left, 45 degrees there. He has to look at the angle there, but then he has to make sure he's scout. Bro, forget that shit. This is 1880, man. Bro, it's simple. It's simple. If you're a better team, you win that game. Ziad, has Maresca got a good keeper? Yes or no? Yep. Has he got good defense? Do you rate Adebayo?
He's okay.
He's okay. He's not good. Yeah. Do you rate Liverpool as well as a top? Do you think it starts for the top 4 teams? Liverpool starts for Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. Do you believe Liverpool starts?
Why does he have to start for the?
No, but do you think he's good enough? Do you think that, I'm looking at the quality you had?
Well, so if you don't start for Man City and Arsenal, it means you're not good.
But he's not a top 4. Do you think he starts from Newcastle?
No, what the hell? If the whole top 4 can't have top 4 players.
Okay, do you think he starts for Newcastle?
Newcastle got a good defense.
Thank you. So he doesn't start for Newcastle. Adebayo doesn't start for Newcastle. I'm going to compare your midfield. Does your midfield? How many Newcastle midfielder walks into your team?
None of them.
So Gumaresh doesn't walk into your midfield.
No.
Tonali doesn't walk into your
No.
midfield. Look at that, Sam. Look at that. Look at that.
They actually like Caicedo and Enzo have been shit.
So Caicedo is better than
Gumaresh.
Gumaresh. Enzo Fernandez is better than
Caicedo is the
Gumaresh.
best midfielder in the league.
Caicedo is the best DM in the league.
100%.
What are we doing here?
I don't know what you're doing. I'm telling you what I'm doing.
Outstanding.
I don't think it's outrageous to say that Caicedo has had a very good season and can be classified as.
He's had the best season. He has the best. He's had the best season.
No, the best one is Gravenberg, but okay.
Hold inshallah. The guy had about 5 good games.
يا حبيبي you're fucking sixth يا أخي اسكت.
So exactly that even gives more credit to Caicedo.
Sandro
More
Tonali.
credit.
Imagine Caicedo in Liverpool's team. You would probably have
Sandro
you would probably
Tonali
cry.
and Gumaresh cooked Husam's midfield.
What, we're gonna go from first to first?
That's
So
the
you don't give the player the credit. Well, Gravenberch's job is easy then. He's got an easy job. I can do this job because I'm playing for a Premier League team that's
No,
going to
you
win the
can't.
Champions League.
But Ziad, there's a difference. The only thing I'll say is there's a difference. There's a difference between playing in a title race and there's a difference between playing in a top 4 race.
Yeah.
In a title race, in a title. No. Yeah, there was a race at the start. There was a race. People were on their neck, bro. They were chasing these.
Listen, there was no race.
Gravenberch coming in his first season playing as a DM fully, playing every single game. Playing every single game. There's a difference, bro. You have to be consistent every
يعني
single
انت
game.
Saad, you let Hamza disrespect you. You were having a conversation with me, and I was trying to respond to you. And Hamza is a very disrespectful guy because he disrespected you. Right, to interrupt your points, to ask questions that are irrelevant. He could have asked the questions after. If he wants, by the way, if he wants to know, if he wants more ball knowledge, he can call me on the phone. He has my number, and I will answer all his questions. I will answer you stand in line for me to answer questions. I was speaking to Saad. Be respectful once in your life and wait for Saad. No, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
Why couldn't you not answer
that? Don't be disrespectful again. When Saad speaks,
when he interrupts people, there's no mistake because
I don't interrupt people.
Judge Moore, he's a judge. We should not speak to the judge. We should respect him. He's got a little light there.
You're not disrespecting me. You are disrespecting Saad.
Wallah, I can talk to him.
You are disrespecting Saad. I'm defending you and you're quiet. I'm defending you and you're quiet. I'm defending you and you're quiet.
I want to talk ball. Do you know what I mean? I don't know when are we gonna stop the cooking and start actually speaking to this guy about his damn team? That's a mess.
He's not gonna answer it.
We've spent 1.5 million. We need to speak about what's going on with the manager, what's going on with the players. What's going on with that?
Because you don't even blame your players.
You don't want to speak about. You don't want to speak about it.
You know what the problem is with like. Listen. The problem is, Sad.
What's going on with the manager? What's the manager doing wrong? What are the players doing wrong? Like.
Sad, shall I tell you why it's not a player issue? Yeah, look. If one player, no, it's not a player issue because the thing is,
they take certain players. You can say it's certain.
No, it's not.
Players.
The problem is with Arsenal fans is that they think that every other team, when they ever have a project, it has to be the Arteta project. Bun your project, yeah. Forget about Arteta's project. Not every single team is going to have a 5-year plan. Give this guy player phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forget about that. Chelsea's different to Arsenal. Let's establish it right with Chelsea. Chelsea as a club are a mess and they're rubbish and they've recruited horrible players. They've literally hired the wrong managers. That's why they're chopping and changing. Now, with Arsenal, with the players, If one player is not performing well and the others are cooking, khalas, you can cook the player. Darwin Núñez, he's playing in a good team. Liverpool, good manager, everything's stable. He's missing constant chances. There's no excuses. He's in a perfect environment. If every single attacker cannot score, when we said that Chelsea have good players and are challenging for the title and they have all capitulated at the same time, it is a managerial problem. Simple.
Someone with a brain. Oh my
That's
God,
it.
someone with
I
a
do not-
brain.
It's the same with you, but it's the same with Man
Ahmed, you know
United.
what's funny? Ahmed, you know what's funny? Keep going on about these players. Pochettino last time, but who started left back for us last season?
Cucurella,
Back
no?
Colwell.
Colwell left back. Okay. And who played left wing?
Chilwell. But
Who
you
played
didn't
in
have
the 10?
Sancho last
Who
year.
played in the 10?
10 Palmer, but free roll, more free roll.
No.
لا بس free roll, it was free roll.
Free خرا خي. It was Gallagher or Enzo. Okay.
Okay, but so look,
was
here's
the
the thing with
centre-back?
Palmer played on the right, yes, on paper, but Palmer was free to
No,
do
not
it.
on paper. I don't know why people do this. I have eyes.
Wait,
He
so you're
played
saying
right
Palmer
wing.
didn't have freedom last year? You're
He
lying.
played
You know
right
you're lying.
wing.
Okay, here, Mo. Did Palmer have freedom last year?
Yes.
He played right wing.
Everyone, Saad, did Palmer have freedom last year?
These Chelsea
Allah.
fans, these
You're
Chelsea
saying freedom
fans,
doesn't
waffle.
change the
These
fact that he was
Chelsea
a right
fans,
winger.
these Chelsea fans waffle because what these Chelsea fans clearly weren't watching their own team. Palmer would always start on the right, and he'd always end up moving centrally.
Yeah,
So what you guys are seeing,
He has
what you
freedom,
guys
but
are
he was still a
seeing,
right winger.
what you guys are seeing is exactly what.
But
Palmer's doing now.
everyone on paper, as Saad is saying, everyone on paper has a position on paper, but then the freedom thing is a different thing. Yani, everyone.
Yeah,
has a
okay, so
position in
Palmer
paper.
on paper was a right winger.
My
But
point is,
Gallagher was not the number 10, as in Gallagher was the creative guy. Gallagher was the
Yes, he
number 10
was.
from a. Okay, so you guys want to talk football?
Hunter now, he doesn't want to talk.
Okay, دقيقة, you guys want to talk ball, صح? Sad saying let's talk ball.
no,
You don't know why
my
Gallagher
point
was...
is, it's not the same team.
Ziad, let me educate you. Why was Gallagher in the 10? Football talk purely, no agendas. The reason why Gallagher was in the 10, so he can initiate the press. طيب. So it's not like he was the 10 to create or anything. Palmer was the one that created and had freedom to do whatever he wants.
يقول لنا زبي وهالشي. Where is this, bro? Where is
Bro,
this?
If you have Gallagher as your 10, yeah. If you have Gallagher as your,
ترى في
if you
ناس
have
تحرق.
Gallagher,
People watching this with their
team.
families, bro.
Listen,
People want this with their families, yeah, أخي ماك.
if you have Gallagher in your tenure, you deserve a big slap. I swear to you.
Yeah,
A big
Gallagher in
slap.
the 10.
You do not put
playing left wing.
That's like
Cole
playing.
left back, and you want to sit and tell me it's the same team?
That's like playing. It's like
It's not the
playing.
same team.
You know, that's essentially the same
So
thing.
you're
as
saying
playing.
the team this season is better.
It's different.
I'm playing
And
worse.
better.
So they're better and you're playing worse.
Subhanallah, work that one out.
It's
So
the
are you gonna
manager.
scout? So are you gonna scout? End of discussion. Are you gonna scout?
If he doesn't get top 4, 100%.
Top
What
five.
is it looking?
Or
Top
top
five.
five, whatever, man.
What is it looking right now? In your opinion, don't tell me I don't know.
Yeah, don't say
What-
I don't know. Be honest. In your opinion,
What
does
do
it
you-
look like we're gonna get it?
Saad,
Well,
Saad,
no,
do you think
if I
Saad?
look at-
Hold on, I'm gonna give you an example. Saad, do you think Arsenal win the league?
No.
Hamza, do you think
Mo,
Man
Mo,
City will win the league?
Bro, it's
No.
such a fraud.
Sam, do you think
No,
Liverpool will win the
such a
league? Yes.
fraud.
Yes.
Fuck. Okay, very simple. Ahmed, do you think Man United will finish in the top 8?
First time
No.
I said yes.
No, right?
No.
Ziad, do you think
Mo,
do you think
one
Chelsea
second.
will finish in the top
Look at
5?
Mo, we spent 5 months trying to tell Saad, are you going to win the league?
Yeah,
I don't know.
baby.
Oh, I don't
I'm
know.
I am
don't
not
know.
asking you. I'm not
One
asking you.
second,
Are you?
let me finish.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something. Let me
hold
tell
on.
you.
No, I'm asking you just a simple question. I'm not asking you to make.
يا عمي
any-
سؤاله عادي. Are you in your opinion does
No, no,
Ziad
no.
Zone
Yeah,
think
Abid,
that Chelsea
use
is top 5?
you're analyzing
Amazing
your
squad.
team. You watch every game. You go to the stadium. Do you think the football you're playing right now with your running? It's just an opinion. I'm not telling
Everyone in
you
the chat
put your
as
head
well.
on the line. Put your
Put
head
one
on the
in the
line.
chat if you think they won't. Put 2 in the chat if you think they will. Very simple.
See it. Like, look, I'm asking. Like even Ches actually said it's not looking good right now. It's not looking like we're not saying you to put your head on the line and to put your face and say I think we're gonna make top 5. What do you think?
If the way we're playing and our fixtures, mainly because of our fixtures, then it's GG. Doesn't look like it's happening.
It's what?
It's GG.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see.
I don't know what that means actually.
Like it's
It's
good night.
like-
Vienna. It's not gonna happen.
خلاص
it's
انتهى الموضوع.
يجي يعني خلاص جيم اوفر عرفت بس انه هو
خلاص،
هيك
that is Osame's point. Wallah, he was
Mo is
asking the
the
question
best, bro.
about this.
Wallahi.
طب يعني
Mo is the
essentially
best, bro. Wallahi.
it seems
No,
like
no,
said
but
his
unlike
age there,
other people, I answered
I
straight.
don't know.
Bro, it took Saad to bloody May to answer whether Arsenal are going to win the Premier League or not.
Because you're not Judge Mo and
Have
you don't
some
know how to
fucking
answer.
shame, you fucking bum.
Because
You
you don't
little
know.
Chelsea
Yeah, Habibi,
bum,
I
you
used to ask
fucking
him every day,
loser.
and you lied.
You drew at home to fucking Ipswich and you're upset that we're talking about you for an hour. You drew at home to fucking Ipswich. Ipswich Town has
That's
4
embarrassing.
points from 6
Embarrassing.
against Chelsea. And you're upset. Cry. How
Wallahi,
about
that's embarrassing. That is
Sam,
embarrassing.
you know when I looked at my top 5 fixture, yeah,
No,
I looked at Chelsea's one and I thought this one they'll win, but I thought the Fulham away, Liverpool,
Bro,
Newcastle
Fulham away, Liverpool, Everton.
I'm just looking
Forest
at it
away,
now.
and
Newcastle
Nottingham
away.
Forest away. They're fighting
that
for
was
Man
that,
United
that was
is the bogey
Osam's
team.
point. That was Osam's point. Osam said,
Khalaf,
even
I
if
don't think
we
they make
think-
top 5 now.
even if you think you're gonna improve, if you couldn't win against Ipswich, why should we say that you should win against Fulham away, who Arsenal
They're
and
not getting
Liverpool
top four.
both didn't win?
They're rubbish, man. They're not
and
good.
Nottingham Forest who are chasing for top 4.
Bro, Hamza,
Who's rubbish,
they
Ahmed?
play Newcastle
Chelsea
away.
are rubbish, man. They're not getting top 4, man.
They play
Oh,
Newcastle.
Chelsea.
It's
Oh,
just
okay.
fine. You're not gonna
Newcastle
win.
away.
Fulham were rubbish,
Guys,
bro.
one at a time. They
But
played
Ziad, can we get the
Newcastle
fucking
away.
answers? We can move on to a different topic.
But he
Ziad.
did answer.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Bully hype, man.
You
Bully
don't
hype.
listen.
So you don't think you're gonna get top 5, صح?
No.
So okay, so you're Maresca out already, essentially.
Once that happened, he's gonna be. He said
Where
that.
happens
You're
to
not
be.
out.
So you're Maresca out.
Maresca out.
You understanding? I'm saying what the reason is. I'm saying if he doesn't get it, you're telling me
Sam,
he doesn't
you know
get it.
what Mo was saying?
If he doesn't get it,
عبيله واديله كفو احمد كفو
Mo-
هيك بدك
Mo
تقول.
was
This
saying-
is
Out,
this, guys, this is the hypocrisy of Ziad, yeah? Ziad's zone. This is the hypocrisy.
Ziad's zone,
This-
like
this
Superchats.
is the question.
this
What do you
this
want
piece
from
of
me?
this
Yeah,
piece
yeah,
of
the
shit,
waffler, man.
this
don't
this piece of
understand, Mo.
shit, this
Mo,
piece of
like-
shit. When I told Ziad, if Arteta doesn't give me a trophy this season, then I want him sacked. And
You've
he
had your
says,
manager
"No,
for
but
10 years.
I want you.
Yes, why
he
are you
said,
gonna
"Oh, no,
win?
I want
What
you
are you
to
gonna
say
win?
it.
As-
I want
what
you
are you
to
gonna
say it
win?
then.
You've
I
had
want
your
you to
manager
say
for
it.
10
Play
years.
Arteta out. Yeah,
For
Well,
10
you
years.
had
Your manager for
now,
10 years,
like,
bro.
10 years.
Joe,
قال له هذه
I
المانجر.
said it, like, bro, it doesn't make
Go on
sense.
Facebook.
Don't worry, tomorrow I'll
Like,
press
like,
him on
10 years.
A-listers, inshallah.
This guy,
Anyway,
bro.
let's just do these super chats before we move on to Arsenal. You get me? Big up to all
Sam,
of you
just
guys.
quickly. Everton at home
Hold
will
on,
be
hold
really
on.
hard.
We're not gonna speak
You know,
about
Everton
Arsenal
at home will
before
be
we
hard
speak
for
about
them.
I
Man
actually
City.
agree.
I don't give a
والله
fuck.
العظيم I agree with
I
Hamza.
don't give a
I
fuck.
actually think it's gonna be tougher than what people think. Everton at home for Chelsea. Have you watched Everton
Man
the
United
last
at
game
home.
against
Habibi,
Spurs?
Everton will have low block. They will not beat them. Anyway, let me just do these super chats before we move on to the next topic. Big up to everyone locked in, guys. We have 1,100 people locked in. Guys, please like the video. Like the video. Subscribe right now. I'm talking about Arsenal and Man United. Hamza got cooked so hard, he's doing proper analysis. This super chat earlier on sent me from Fonzie. Big up to you, Fonzie. Habibi, I appreciate you. Big up to Barrios, who says, big up to the panel and Hamzero. Like the video,
Hero.
people. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Come on, let's get the likes up early. Subscribe to the channel. We're at 300 likes. Let's get 400, 500
That
likes.
was a
Big
tag
up
for
to you,
Error.
Barrios.
Hero.
Always showing us love. Hamza 100 now is what AMT is saying. Big up to you, AMT. Why is Cinderella my top goal scorer in 2025? Answer, please.
Who's
Brother,
Cinderella?
you have been brought to the court.
Because of the manager.
Who's Cinderella?
Ziad, wallahi, the way that you're talking is Maresca out. Wallahi, you're talking like a Maresca outer. I'll be honest with you.
1 second. How about you
Why
use
don't you
your
just own it and
how
say
about,
I'm
how,
Maresca
how about
out?
you use your brain? 1 second. I said if the guy doesn't get top 4, I'm gonna get out. It doesn't look like we're gonna get top 4. So that's
So
what I'm
you're
leaning
Maresca
towards. This is why I'm leaning towards Maresca out.
خلاص,
There's still
leaning
a chance we
toward
get it. This
يعني
guy,
you're
man. Yeah.
حبيبي بستناك بس تحكيها مشان اعذبك بعد بوتش. If you saw that game, by the way, Ams, I know who you are. You are the fraud on Twitter who keep clipping me up, but big up, you get me, because you clipped up me reacting to the Salah Christmas post, but we won in it, so hold. Regardless, big up to Ams who said, if you saw that game and blame Maresca, you're tapped. Chelsea fan. زياد رد على أسئلة تشيلسي مشان ننجز. خلصني يلا.
يلا.
Mate, we're entering May. There's no such thing as players or manager. The manager should have got the best out of the players right now. It's not the case of one or the other. We're in May, bro.
We're in May, bro. I apologize for my last super chat. He's back as what fancy. Yeah, Hamza won't stay forever talking ball. Like he has to go back to his fraudulent self. You get me? That's just who Hamza is. Big up to C who says, who needs terrorism when you have a backline like Chelsea? I laugh every time I think about we have like 6 center backs and 3 on loan and none are actually good. Today, one of the funniest things is Chelsea played today 3 at the back. صح, Ziad?
No.
3 at the back against Ipswich عيب عليك والله. والله
3 at the
عيب.
back. Who the hell plays 3 at the back?
Bro. See, I know you're one of the more aggressive poach-outers, but even now you know that you just have to put the fries in the back. It's over. Big up to Yasser says, Cook, Unk, Chelsea are bottle jobs, is what Yasser is saying. Yeah, he was agreeing with what Hamza is saying. Ham 0, Hamza 1, Hamza 2, down again, Ham 0, is what K. Praj is saying. Arsenal fans are on to Hamza. They will never forgive you. A manager is supposed to hide players' weaknesses, is what my guy Abdihas is saying.
We're not saying that he's a top manager. We criticized his appointment. We said the board was wrong. And that's why your ambition of a football club, of your board and your owners are just shameful. They're the worst owners you could have
I
ever
agree with that.
Hamza is...
Someone's would have said that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hamza's mouth is like an airport. Open 24/7, 365.
You love Hamza, bro.
The game is a game. The game's
and
a
then
game.
Yassar says Professor Hamza is on fire today.
I love
So
this. Hamza Fier is good.
Hamza's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Hamza's on fire. Your defense is terrified.
لا 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 والله حرام. I don't want that, making me the only one that sings it. I back you always after. Big up to my guy Ryan who says, can this whole Amarim is a top coach bullshit stop now? Frauds like Hussam, Judge and Saad keep saying he is, but based on what? Did you watch Sporting week in, week out? This guy's a bum, and I told Tom Little this a year ago.
I mean, you don't know football, Ryan.
Wallahi, that's the same thing. He
got Sporting to win the league after a while, guys.
You know me and Martin, yeah? Martin, the Man City fan, around November. He said Pep's leaving. Oh, what do you think of Amr? Wallahi, I slaughtered him. Ask Amr. I said, Wallahi, he steps into my football club. It's
not that bad, bro.
This guy's shit, man. And Alhamdulillah,
no, he's not. He's not.
It's crap, man.
He's not Hamza. He's not. Let's let Hussam finish. Let's let Hussam finish Super Chats because
he's a bum.
I don't think Amarim is a crap manager.
Ryan, wallahi, a clever guy.
He's not.
Chelsea is cooked. No Champions League again. End the project. Remember the mode of Sakai on MHF asking for apologies 4 months ago?
The guy, I wanted Super Chat something. For the good of football, continue the sentence.
Yes, continue the sentence. You actually remember what Mo said. For the good of football, continue the sentence. This guy used to send $9.99. Apologize to Maresca. Apologize to Chelsea.
You know, if they don't make UCL, the biggest factor, if they don't make UCL, financially they're doomed.
Yeah, FFP, they're screwed. Yeah,
they don't know.
100%. Maresca is a bum. He deserves the cooking, not Chelsea. He's got away with too much. But we are cooking Maresca. But the one thing I disagree with, it can't be just Maresca. Some of the players hold smoke too. I mean, Cole Palmer has 0 goals in 2025. What the fuck, bro?
Don't protect these players. They'll let you down all the time. That's what they did with me.
Big up to African sci-fi scholar who says Hamza's game plan today was to frustrate and park the bus on Mo today. He definitely frustrated Mo. He's got to come back for what Mo did to him.
Wallah, I am ill. Wallah, I can't respond back. I'm ill.
The thing is, what Mo did to him on Wednesday is an all-timer. I even cropped it into a video and it's dropped 21k views. So big up Mo. He cooked 21k views. Pow. Yeah, man. Listen, 1,000 people in the building. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And just so Saad doesn't cry, let's talk about Man United. Mo, how about you start us off?
No one cares about Man
United. Why not talk about Arsenal? The bottlers of the season.
No one
because the bottlers of the season, by the way. Can we get that out there? The failures of the season. The number one failures of the season. We all said at the start of the season, Arsenal must.
The players are on the...
See Mo? Look at Mo.
What is Mo?
No way.
I have a great question to everyone.
Can I go 5 minutes and I'm done?
I'm gonna ask you the question and then you
5 minutes. I'm done.
I'm gonna do. Gary Neville on NBC Hamza said that Arsenal have regressed. Do you agree?
Ooh.
I agree. I agree on the basis I said before that Real Madrid result was a freak result. And that's the word I used. Those free kicks were freak free kicks. The scumbag tried to do a free kick on Sky Sport I
about
had
the
everyone
domination,
watching.
Hamza?
Saying, let me take
What
a
about
free
the
kick.
domination of the? What
He
about the
went up
domination of
because
the
he's
game,
never done
Hamza?
it before. He's
Don't
never
waffle,
done it
man.
before.
Don't
I've seen.
waffle.
Wallah, listen. If you
He's
guys
never
want,
taken a free kick before for us.
he doesn't.
He
score
never
free
took
kicks.
a free kick in his career, and then
Has he never?
he took a free kick for us, and then he
Yeah,
scored
that's what I'm
them.
saying. That's what I
He
said.
never
He's a
took free
freak.
kicks.
No one says a bad free kick. It was a world class free kick. But I'm saying that free kick was a freak. It's not like that. I've seen
But
Sunday League. Wallah. One
But
second.
Hamza, I have seen that
Sunday
result,
League.
you can't call that a freak result. We
No,
dominated them.
I tell you why
We
it's a freak
dominated
result.
them. So how could that be a freak
I tell you why
result?
it's a freak result. I tell you why you've regressed.
We've been doing that
Your-
in Champions
your
League
bums-
all season.
No, one second. Your bums, yeah. You couldn't beat Everton. Your bums, you struggled to Brentford. You got dunked by Newcastle 3 games. You're a bum. I'm a bum, but you are a bum on the floor. You've never your fan base have never had this kind of result.
We're not
Real
the same.
Madrid, Real Madrid were dunked by Valencia.
You've been
2-1.
beaten. You've been beaten. You've been beaten by 5 goals.
This
I have never
result
been
was
beaten by
not
5 goals.
the- You did not
one
face a
game.
good Real Madrid side.
Come on, man.
You
What is
scored
this?
2 good free kicks and 1 good finish. And I tell you, it happens in the Champions. I've seen Sheriff beat Real Madrid. Wallah. I've seen Sheriff FC beating Real Madrid in the Bernabeu.
Even worse.
It's a freak result. No one expected it. You never talked chest before the Real Madrid game. No one in your fan base would talk with chest before Real Madrid game.
but I said we have a chance.
Shutted your mouth.
Yeah, but
have a chance.
okay, hold on. Can I ask
said
you,
we
Hamza?
have a
I'm
chance.
gonna let
You said we don't have
Look at the
no
way you're
chance.
playing.
But
I said we have a
gotta,
chance.
you're
You said
playing
zero
I got an
chance.
objective. I got an
No,
objective.
Let's not
Hamza,
You don't have the threat.
But I
You just
asked you a
must
question for real to
become
continue.
boring.
I asked you a question for real. But don't you think that Arteta surprised us? It's not only by the free kick that they dominated Real Madrid and they went out.
It was a
Because
surprise. 100%.
Me and Hamza and Hussam and Saad, Ziad, Ahmed, we literally thought that Arsenal would park the bus and play counter attack. They had more position than Real Madrid. So Arteta surprised Ancelotti and us. Wouldn't you say that is not a freak? That is Arteta making a good plan then?
Mo, the simple reality is, at the start of the season, every single one of us said, Arsenal must. Do not let Slot walk in his first year and win the Premier League. They won the Premier League in fucking February.
Yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. How do we go from Arsenal must? They bought the league in February. Oh, Adi, we don't talk about
You
it.
got knocked out to Man United in the FA Cup.
I mean,
They don't
talk about Saad. How you not?
That's a very fair point. No one can argue
the
that.
thing is,
Actually, Arsenal should have won the league.
We've been speaking about it all season.
No, we haven't.
We've had injuries. I haven't used that as an excuse personally.
You are
Because
now.
I don't.
But fine.
No. I'm not using it as an excuse. Even now, I'm not using it. But you can look at that situation and say they've had injuries. I personally think we had a January transfer window, but regardless, whatever, injuries or no injuries, in my opinion, we have regressed. And we had this conversation on my channel with Ash and Sammy. Even if we get to a Champions League final, I still think we've regressed. Even though certain other fans will say, no,
if you don't win the final, you're
regressed. If we don't win a trophy this season, I'm Arteta out.
If you don't win the Champions League, you're Arteta out.
If we don't win a trophy this season, I'm Arteta out, mate.
So
Now you're focusing on wording. Okay, if we don't win the Champions League, I'm Arteta out.
What trophy can you win this
If
season?
we don't win the Champions League, I'm Arteta out. Just say it how you want to say it then.
No, but what trophy can you not win this season?
So the Champions League is the only one we're left in.
That's the only one.
Yes.
So basically saying if you don't win the Champions League,
exactly, yes, but I'm just saying it as a trophy.
Can I give you guys
like you're saying if Maresca doesn't get a top 4, bro? This guy, this is what pisses me off. He said the exact same thing as him, bro. Wallahi.
So Inzaghi in his first season, he took over from a team that won Serie A. The first year we were top of the league the majority of the year, and we bottled the league to AC Milan. Sam knows the context for the people that watch. When we had a lead and we bottled the league by 2 points because we dropped points in the last one game in the last 8 and the second year it happened like this season. We actually were out of the title race by February when Napoli won it. Napoli won it on 90-something point. But we reached the Champions League final and we lost it to Manchester City. The season after, Inzaghi won the league title. I was Inzaghi out after we lost the final and we bottled the league to Napoli. But I was proven wrong at the end because Inzaghi won the league last season in his third year. Can that be repeated with Arsenal? If Arsenal reach the Champions League final, even if they reach the Champions League final and they lose,
Here's the key, Mo. I'll give you an objective response.
yeah.
Third year versus sixth year, objectively. I'll tell you the difference. I'm being completely honest right now.
Okay.
Inzaghi, you are correct completely. First year bottled it to AC Milan. Second year lost it in February to Napoli, but at least got to the Champions League final. Arteta can get to the Champions League final. However, third year won a trophy. Klopp lost. Let me tell you, Klopp lost Europa League final, lost Carabao Cup final, top
Champions
four,
League final.
top four, lost Champions League final, and then fourth year wins the Champions League.
Can I tell you the difference? Number one, Klopp is much better. But I'm gonna go back to the conversation about Inzaghi. You know, Inzaghi took over a team that won the league. You know that when Conte left, we were league champ. Arteta didn't take over a team that is a league champion. Arteta took over a team that are failures. Basically,
Klopp took over Liverpool that won.
Now here comes the Arsenal problem. Arsenal hired a novice manager. You know that Jurgen Klopp was a Champions League finalist.
Yeah.
He lost the Champions League final in 89 minutes. He won the league. So there is a difference between Jurgen Klopp was already a winner when he joined Liverpool. You knew that. He was a winner. He got Mainz up there. He got Dortmund to win 2 league titles and Champions League final. Arteta's different because Arteta is already an office manager. So the first 2 years of Arteta, Arsenal knew this. It looks like the board knew this. Knew that this guy's novice. He's going to learn on the job. He needs to be clear.
Yeah, we agree with that. Yeah.
So for me, I would lean towards.
Okay, did you listen to what Ziad said?
Yeah, but hold on. Let me finish.
Ziad rarely makes a good point, but he made a good point.
I'm going to explain to you.
At the start of the season, we said Arsenal must. I'll tell you something right now. Liverpool,
100%.
everyone would say Liverpool have been on and off. They've dropped points here. They've dropped points there. They've bottled it here, bottled it there. I'll tell you right now. Arsenal against Everton at home. With no injuries and no controversies, the game ends 0-0. Had they won that game, had they beaten Brentford, had they beaten West Ham, only the games that they're expected to win, they're 2 points behind me.
Yeah, he regressed in the way he plays football this season, and it didn't help him that they recruited like shit in the summer, and he had Jesus out, he had Havertz out, and they didn't get a striker in the summer. That is on him and on the board because I believe he has a lot of power. He could have tried to sign a striker in the summer.
Of course.
And I remember people like Martin, for example, who are saying if Eucharist comes in, he has to be benched for Kai Havertz because he ended the season well. I remember Saad saying in the beginning of the season that I'm happy for Havertz to be a striker. I want another guy off the bench. Saad said that in the beginning of the season, that he would want like Cisco to be the bench player for Kai Havertz, something different off the bench.
That's not what I said.
That's what you said. That's what you
bring
said.
Me the clip. Bring me the clip to tell me I said that. Because I said that we haven't signed a proper striker. So right now, what am I going to pick? What am I going to pick? Gabriel Jesus to start as my striker?
Were you not happy? Did you want a proper striker to be benched for Kai Havertz?
No.
After Kai Havertz scored 14 goals last season, didn't you say
if I got a top striker, I'm not getting him to bench.
You wanted Cisco.
Havertz.
You wanted Cisco.
No, I didn't. And this is how I know Mo is waffling, because every single stream that I have come on, I've always said that this Sesko guy is so raw. I don't rate the guy, bro. I don't rate Sesko.
In the summer,
the only players I wanted was Victor Gyökeres, Isak, and that's about it.
You said in the summer that you want Victor Gyökeres and Isak?
Those are the only 2 players that I want at striker, bro. I don't want nobody else. I don't want no strikers else. I don't want no other striker. Fuck these other strikers. Get me somebody who can score goals, 25, 30 plus a season. That's what we need right now.
Yeah, but you know when you say you want a 25,
the fact that we didn't go and get that in the January transfer window is an embarrassment.
Can you name one striker? Yeah,
these guys have already shown their ass.
No, but the thing is, this 25 goal plus striker, yeah, we need to get it out of our heads, yeah, because barring Lewandowski, because no striker, yeah, out and out number 9 is bagging like that. The striker market ain't as good as it used to be, right?
Isak is, Gyökeres is.
How do you know Gyökeres is going to bag you 25 plus in this league?
So here's the thing, yeah. He's already done it.
Where?
Already handled the physicality. He's played for Coventry. He's already played in the Championship, so we know that he can handle the physicality of the league. So it's not an issue whether
you can be as physical as all you want. You need more to your game than just physicality. If you want to back goal,
he has that to his game. He has it.
Yeah, but we all thought Højlund had physicality.
He has the pace. He has the pace. He has good IQ and reading of the game. His positioning is very good in the box. Like, I feel like people just don't watch him and just look at what happened. That people, this is what people do. People look at Darwin Núñez and then automatically they just.
He's a better player than Darwin Núñez. I'm not saying he's not.
He's going to be another Darwin Núñez, bro. Victor Gyökeres, he comes in, it improves us tenfold. But the thing is, for me, the reason why I question the whole situation, which listen, it's not going to change anyway because the ownership are fully with Mikel Arteta, of course. No matter what anybody else says, the ownership are going to keep him. So whatever we say doesn't matter. But the main thing for me is, can the manager get over the line? Because the striker's all good, this is all good, perfect conditions. But what happens if there's no perfect conditions?
When you was 2 points off,
have another season one sec. If we have another season where we're missing players and injuries come, are we just gonna wrap it up? That's it. Let's just sit back. Let's call this season a freaking write-off, and then next season. That's the issue for me. That's the issue.
Who was your striker when you was like 2 points off City?
We were 2 points off City.
Yeah.
Nketiah.
It was Nketiah, right?
Well, Jesus and Nketiah. Jesus at the start of the season.
So obviously they're strikers, yeah, but they're just different type. Obviously they're strikers, but they're not the type of strikers, for example, that you want, the poachers in it that get in the box and just like
they went. But it was
what I'm saying to you.
In that first season, but in that first season, are you talking about the first season when we were way ahead of them? Or you talk about this season just now that just
no, forget this season. I'm talking about the season where you guys were actually blowing away.
The season. Are you talking about last?
When your football was a lot better, yeah, and you were smoking teams.
That's the first season. Yeah, it was Jesus at the start of the season. Then he got the injury in the World Cup, and then it was Nketiah for maybe like 10 games. But after that, Nketiah was shit.
Yeah, so, okay, but like it was Havertz.
We never had a gunman after we got rid of Aubameyang.
Liverpool don't really have a gunman like that. Jota's
they have Salah. It's not
comparable. Yeah, but bro, like even without Salah's goals, yeah. As of lately, when he's not been bagging, you know, Jota's chipped in, other players have chipped in, McAllister, Salah in.
Ahmed, if they don't have Salah's goals, Liverpool do nothing. Liverpool are probably 5th if they don't have Salah's goals. I promise you. Or his assists, or his bro.
Goals can be spread out by every team. Goals can be spread out across the whole team. It's not about
100% they can be. 100% they can be. But for our situation, we need to have a goal scorer. The way we create chances, and then we just cross balls into the box, and there's nobody in there that can get their head on it. Only now, Mikel Marino.
I think you know what they should do. I think what you should do, yeah, is like. Let's say, for example, you get this number 9 and he solves all your problems. Let's say if he gets injured, then that means you're back to default. I think, yeah, Arteta should go back to how he used to play. How he used to play when he was going at teams, yeah, and you was a lot more entertaining and you played much better football. Change your system to back to that, and then you can add the players extra. Because if you're just relying on number 9, yeah, look at Haaland, for example, this season, right? Man City, he's bagging bare goals, but can we actually say that Haaland's improved Man City? Like, I know he's bagged loads of goals and he's had a good time, but they just smoked Palace 5-2 without him. Marmoush is a different type of striker than a Haaland. I don't think we need. But that's what I think, innit? But I'm not saying Gyökeres is a bad player. But yeah.
No. But here's the thing with our team, with our situation. We need a striker, but that's what we don't need. We don't need to just get a striker, and that's it. The striker is going to solve all of our problems. We need a striker. We need a left winger. We need like a backup, somebody to come in. Maybe if Havertz comes in as like a backup, he's a backup to a striker. That's manageable. But for Havertz to be your main striker, the main guy that's shooting for you, like it's crazy. It's mad. And yes, I know I was getting all giddy last season and all that when he was going crazy. Mo was right to a certain degree.
No, you got giddy this year as well with Havertz.
But no, I didn't. But when maybe I was getting all giddy, last season. But
why did you get giddy then? Why did you get giddy?
Yeah, because the guy was
why you get giddy?
The guy was scoring important goals, brother. He was scoring important goals.
But you couldn't see what I'm talking about. You were blinded, right? When I told you he's a donkey on the pitch.
Blinded.
You were blinded by hate. You wanted
a year later, Kroenke,
he wanted to score one over Ziad's head top. Yet for him, he's crying that Havertz is.
I haven't heard you say Kroenke.
I never. But the thing is, I never said Kroenke.
Since I met Saad's football corner, I didn't hear Kroenke out until January.
When did I say Kroenke?
We're saying it's convenient when you.
Saad, you wanna know the difference, Saad? Have you or have you not heard me say FSG out when I'm top of the world? Be honest.
Yeah, but Hussam, that's you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there.
I was top of the Champions League and top of the Prem, and I said FSG out then.
I'm not gonna sit there and be Kroenke out every single video. Say,
so are you gonna be FSG in now because they renewed Salah and Van Dijk? I want a plane flying over. They did the job that you asked them to do. They renewed both your players, and they're gonna sign players in the summer. You need to actually apologize to. You actually need to apologize. You need to apologize. Let me finish. Let me finish. Yeah, before you.
Like someone in the US marrying a stripper and going like, I am going to respond all the cheating she did because she made me a nice meal. Both of them wanted to fucking stay, and they stayed.
If they sign you a striker, they sign you a left winger, they sign you a midfielder, they renewed Van Dijk and Salah. We need you to fund the plane, as you slandered them before. We need you to fly a plane. You and the other guy. And say thank you, FSG.
I can't believe they've got a title with Sabozna.
You know what? Exactly. They got him. Listen, this guy is slagging off FSG. They got him a manager that he didn't want, that he was out, right? And then that manager dunked on everyone in this league, won them the league, right? After they haven't won it since 2020 in 5 years.
Yeah, but you know what it is with FSG?
I'm FSG out when I'm at the top.
Now, but you know what it is? I don't actually blame Liverpool fans for wanting them out. But one thing you can credit them is that in terms of like getting the right manager, they hit the nail on the head in it, bro. They cooked in that section. Klopp,
they got the right manager.
But why don't you thank them then? Apologize to FSGs and they renewed Salah. They got you slot. They got
apologize to Lautaro.
They got you Van Dijk. I apologize.
If they had Sheikh Mansour, then me.
So apologize now.
I might leave the stream.
You apologize now.
If Sheikh Mansour as owner, we'd win everything, bro.
But you don't have Sheikh Mansour as owner. You supported a club that is not bought by Arab. You supported a club that is bought by Americans. Right?
Speaking of Americans, don't think that we've forgotten it.
I've been a Spurs fan for 20 long years, seen my share of triumphs and buckets of tears. But this year's taking it one step too far. I'm wondering if we'll ever win another spar. Hey, what's going on? We can't seem to win a game, not a single one. Manager and we need a new plan. Gotta get back on track like only Spurs can. Every Saturday.
Hello, Jacob. How are you, brother?
We gotta get back on track like only Spurs can, and we did.
Leave me out.
Salam alaikum, y'all.
I can't even see him. Now. Oh, I can see him now. Hello, Jacob.
Hey.
Hello, mate. How's it going, mate?
Guys, Ange lost more games this season than Pochettino combined in 3 seasons, 16,
Perfect
17,
segue to
18,
talk about United and Spurs. Both teams in the bottom 10. Let me just do these super chats, then we move on. Big up to everyone locked in. We have 1,000 people locked in. Oh, this show is about to get even better now. So,
bro, when I was about to join the show,
channel, if you're yet to do so,
you were hoping we finished it. Man, heard
no. When I was joining the show, I literally was hearing that song, but while I was pulling up the link, I was like, "They're gonna play it." I know.
Can we get give us a win, yo? Of course we can.
I like this better.
Hey,
I like this better.
Why are you that sad all the time? Ziad, huh? Come on, you're the best dancer at all. Huh?
Give us a win, yo. Give us a win, yo. In blue we stand, united we rise. No more defeats. Let's break down these doors. This is rising up. We stand tall. Together we fight.
They could lose the next 5 games and I would still say Pochettino should not be sacked.
Give us a win, yo.
I gave you the combo with the video as well.
No, that was great.
Big
That
up to
was
Jack House says,
That's
what a
production.
great show this has been. Sat with the wife, a pot of hummus each. Liverpool won. Dodgy game again. Sorted out Baldy. Everyone else. Yeah, it's just me and City with the win this week. So yeah, big up to you, Jack. I'm having fun, and I love the fact that you're so like Arabized by the show that you have to eat hummus while watching it. Man said, "I'll grab myself a plate of hummus. Let's go, mate." I have to teach you how to say hummus as well, so you don't say hummus. You know, it's better. It's better to say hummus. أعطيني علبة hummus. We had to play Robbo and Nunes, Cry Me a River. Exactly. Thank you so much, Jack. Thank you. Comparing Gyökeres to Højlund is just wrong. Who compared Gyökeres to Højlund?
No, because they were talking about physicality, and I said that.
He said, "Oh, we heard this about Højlund." It's not the same.
No, it's about the physicality. I'm not comparing them as players.
You got the job on the technicality.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
AMD.
What is the point of?
What do you think of Tottenham?
Shit. What do you think of
What do you
shit?
think of shit? That's all right.
We hate Tottenham. We hate
Big up to
Tottenham.
Cape Raj says we always hear Champions League about moments, and now these moments are free kicks. Talk some sense. It's a cup competition. You see the moments in, bro. The Champions League is definitely a moments competition, and definitely Arsenal sees the moment. You get me? So yeah, I'm with you there, Kay. But you're trying to speak sense to Hamza. So good luck, mate. Try to do that with the wall. It's better. You can't compare FSG to City while also claiming that City committed fraud to win their trophies. I absolutely can. Because here's the thing. People say...
I can't lie. He's cooking you, bro.
I have no problem. Why don't you follow up your ownership instead of talking about all the time? I'm one of the people on this platform alongside Kopish, alongside many Liverpool fans here who will call out FSG and will cuss out the City owners. I'm doing both. So I'm keeping the same energy. We should have known chickens back to the hotel chair, you three Spurs fans. Oh, is what Gonzo saying. Fucking hell, Gonzo. Big up to all of you guys. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. So let's talk about Spurs.
Pass it over to Mo, man. He's got a question.
Yeah, Mo, go ahead.
He's got a question.
Jacob, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What is the point of Tottenham Hotspur losing 4-1 to Wolves? What is going on? 4-2. 4-2?
Give them their flowers,
okay, make it better. Make it better.
Give them their flowers, bro. Come on, man.
You know what? I think you are.
This is the club, man.
Bro, I actually think. Bro, your club is a joke, bro. No big club.
Not even a club.
The manager, bro. Like, bro, Spurs are like, can be 7. You're 2 points above with 17, bro. You can be the first team to stay in the league after the 3 relegated teams. Broski, Jacob. You need to be, Jacob, Wallah, you need to be Ange out at this point. Don't be stubborn. I know you're a very smart man, right? You're a very smart guy. You have to be Ange out now. This can't continue at Spurs Football Club. This can't continue.
It's got to go, Bland.
And I don't know how to put it in words, but if you can be, Jacob, you can end the season in 17th. I don't think you're contemplating what 17th are. There's only 20 leagues to 20 teams in the Premier League. 3 gets relegated and 17 stays. You gotta be 17th.
Well, you know, 17th wins the same amount of trophies as anyone who's not in first.
Oh my god.
Nah, Jacob, have shame, man. That's actually.
This
is bad, Jacob.
Ridiculous. It's a ridiculous.
Actually, just well, boy.
Look, I'll answer you genuinely and not satirically. In regards to I must be Ainge out because of X, Y, or Z, I would honestly say don't ever try and put me in a box. I am not a square nor a parallelogram. I am my own shape. I will not conform to what everyone's settings are. I'm not fucking Bruce Lee. I am not going to be like water. All right? This ain't no fucking metaphor of life. Well, this is just... Look, how am I going to be so anti-Ainge? Obviously, it's not working, but I remind myself the contextual evidence. And it hasn't been working for quite some time. And I've said that on this very program every single week for a long, long time. Even when we won and I was being genuine, I said, now it's time to capitalize on this and continue to do this. And we didn't. We lose. And then we continue to lose. And then we win. And it's like, all right, now do this continually. And continually fails to do so. It's obvious that at this level, there has to be some form of adaptability to your philosophy in certain circumstances. However, my stance on Ainge Postecoglou is this. He's the fourth choice man. I don't know why you're laughing. You're messing me up. He was the fourth choice manager when we brought him in. We got denied by 3 different people before we landed on him. We were potentially looking at another Nuno situation. Why are you giggling so much, Mo? I can't take it.
Bro, you're waffling. You're trying so hard to not say and shout, and you are pushing it like, you know, when you have like, you know, you have to, you're pushing it left, you're pushing it right, you're holding it above your head, but I don't want to throw it away. I'm just gonna try to keep it in the house. But you know when you have that old couch that you're like, it's fucking busted, it's done, and you're
I have
like,
a recliner my wife's been trying to throw out for a long time.
And you're like, I'm gonna keep it here. I'm taking it out of my office. You know what? I'm just gonna put it in the garage. Maybe we can put it in the backyard. Maybe it works. You're trying so hard, you know.
Here's the thing, really, since Jose Mourinho, I've just wanted it to fucking work, and it hasn't, and it's not going to. So for me, it's almost pointless. Being Ainge out right now, or Ainge in, or Ainge anything other than this fucking sucks, is really to me like the American system voting. You think, oh, I said Ainge out, I'm doing my part. Your vote means nothing. It changes absolutely zero. So to me, it's a fruitless exercise, if you will, to be like, I'm Ainge out now. And if I was one of those, you know, people that desired clicks and views on my videos, I probably would have done a Jacob is officially Ainge out. And it's like, I don't care enough. I don't think it changes anything. I don't think it solves anything. This club has been broken for a long time, and the quality of Jose, Conte, Kane, Son, etc. have covered the fucking cracks for so long. But like emotional trauma, you can only sweep it under the rug for so long until eventually that rug gets overflowed, or the rug gets moved and some of it come out, and we've seen all of it coming out. And really, to me, in order to clean this fucking house, you've got to do just that. Get everything out from under that rug. Clean that motherfucker. And that's what Ainge is trying to do. And obviously, it's a disgusting mess. It's filthy. No one's enjoying it. But to me, it's fruitless to be like, Ainge out. Ainge out. Jose. Because the same motherfuckers were like, oh, yeah, we won with Conte, but I didn't like how we won. And then Conte out. And then now they're like, Ainge out. And it's like, to me, I just can't get on board with that whiny bullshit, that the pussyism of Spurs fans, the cuckery. I can't get down with it. That's just me, though. And everyone's allowed their own opinion. That's just me.
You know with Tottenham, yeah, you know what makes me like laugh? Yeah, it's when Conte was like, it's like, this is unacceptable. Like, and when he was just talking about, for so long, I tried to hide the situation. Bro, that conference killed me, you know. You know when Conte was fuming, this is honest. He was fuming. He was like, for so long I tried to hide the nonsense here, and his accent was making it 10 times more funny. But honestly,
how are you laughing when you're 1 point above United?
No, but listen, you don't have to remind me about that. Listen, forget about United for a sec, yeah. But listen, no, but Tottenham, yeah. Listen, we could still win a trophy, innit? But to be fair, so can Tottenham, yeah. But we know that's not going to happen.
Exactly right.
Yeah. But the thing is with them, yeah.
Bro. You lot will meet, bro. Imagine.
No, but the thing is with them is that it's not like they can buy bare players and start like cooking in the transfer market, because Tottenham are not an attractive club anymore. They're not attractive anymore. Who can they get? Like,
no, but they can spend the money.
They can spend money, yeah, but no player's going to go to them, bro. Honestly speaking, like they're not an attractive club. If United and Chelsea and Arsenal and Liverpool all go for the same player and Tottenham, you think that player is going to be like, Tottenham? Come on, what's that, bro? Like, come on now, they're not going to do that, like, respectfully. So it's a shame because I actually like Tottenham. I mean, they're a nice club. I don't have anything against them. I actually want them to do well, but they're just
crazy. I have a lot against them. I don't like Tottenham.
Wow.
Nah, but bro, even if they change their manager, I think
it's not going to change a motherfucking thing if this son of a bitch enterprise that we have. It's not changing. It's not changing a damn thing. Because guess what? At the end of games, all these players go get their fucking toes tickled by some lady, and then they get manicures and pedicures and fucking back rubs and emotional trauma support. So to me, it's just a bunch of soft, weak motherfuckers collecting paychecks.
No, but to be fair, like that Tottenham team is not like, it's not rubbish. You've got some decent players. Like Maddison's a good player. You've got
Didn't they have all the
75 minutes and he had one good pass I can remember.
Yeah, but no, listen, Maddison's been good for you. Like he's been good. He's been one of your better players. Kulusevski, I don't know if he's been. I know they've suffered a lot of injuries here.
I've not seen our most recent one. When we had a bunch of injuries, Kulusevski was like one of the only players who, for a large part of the season when we were good, it was because of him.
If
last season they were actually decent.
All this conversation doesn't matter. If they win Europa, then khalas.
Yeah, but how likely is that though?
Not likely. We're 1-1 going to Schnitzelville.
I really think they can go to Frankfurt away and win. I'll be honest with you.
Frankfurt are actually.
So here's something fun. Here's something Fern I heard on the telly today. They said no team has lost more away games.
Crazy, bro.
Okay, so Tottenham haven't. There's only one team. I think it was Southampton.
Yeah,
I think it was only Southampton is the only one who has lost more away fixtures than us this year. Lost away. And I've been speaking on this for a while that the players' mentality is weak. When there's the slightest bit of pressure, and I've referred to the Brighton match. I remember coming on here and we were up 2-0 and we lost 3-2, I think it was earlier this year. Yeah. And we had a lot of our players. Injuries weren't an excuse at that point or a reason, whatever you want to call it. But for me, it was an example of it was indicative of a problem that was already there, which was these players, when there's the slightest bit of pressure applied to them, they crumble. When there's the slightest bit of, I'm sorry?
Is that would you not say that's more of a club issue if they can't handle pressure? Because you've had
I felt that way, but when it's gone on for this long of a stretch, it's got to also be Ainge included.
Yeah,
and that there's no skirting around that, and I feel like I've been fair in my criticisms of Ainge. I just haven't been Ainge out because I feel like, again, parroting is not going to fucking solve anything. I try to think more like, let's work within the means of what we do have and what we do got. But it's clear whether it was starters, backups, whatever, there's a mentality issue. And I said that Ainge probably nailed in his own casket when he got rid of the old leadership group and built a new one. There shouldn't be some leadership group of dickheads with a group chat where they're like, yeah, fuck this, fuck that, and they constantly undermining shit. Leadership group is what got Poch sacked. Leadership group is what got Jose, Nuno, Conte, etc. sacked. So to me, that's his fault as well. The substitutions from Ainge have been piss poor. We've lucked into subs throughout the season. There was, I think, versus Villa earlier this year, where a player was completely I can't remember the player in the sub. I know Saar and Timo Werner were involved. I can't remember who it was for who. But it was like 70-something minutes, and it's like, all right, you got to change something. And nothing changed until there was an injury, and it forced a change. Then we went on and got a goal, and it was like, look, see? And there was no... Okay, I think worked. Let's build on that. It was a constant just revert back to type. And that's the problem for me with it.
I think Spurs are going to get to the Europa League final because I think Spurs will beat Frankfurt. And
I pray. I hope.
Bodo Glimt are 2-0 up against Lazio, so they're going to avoid Lazio more likely.
Hey, bro, if we somehow get out of Schnitzelville with the W... Fuck it, bro. We're going to the final. We're winning.
If they win this Europa League, I think I might headbutt a wall at this point if they win it, because that's.
First of all, you're not even gonna make it to the semis, Ahmed.
No,
because all the Leon injuries are coming back this Thursday. Onana and Binder have a beef for who's shitter. You get me? Actually, perfect segue. 4-1 Newcastle.
I do also real quick. Lastly, want to say this about Ainge and about the club. Like, I in the summer asked for this club to operate differently. Now, for better or worse, like a fucking marriage, they have operated differently. We would have seen 7 managers get sacked by now. but that hasn't happened. Now, either it's because we are systematically acting different from a board standpoint, or there's a financial thing in Ainge's contract that says if you sack me before XY, then you owe me Z. And Levy is probably like, fuck it, bro. We're riding it till we fall off in the Europa. We're shit here. I don't want to spend another $7 million on a manager getting sacked. Because I think we just finished paying Jose or Nuno. One of them just finished getting paid from us from the sacking from years ago. So like, I'm sure we don't want to do that again. And I think that might be why
it'll be his last season anyway. I'm pretty sure Sky put out saying that. Ange said that, it'll be nice to see Poch coming back to Tottenham, bro. I think Ange's done anyway, even if he does get sacked or not. I think he's
there's been since last year when all the fans were like, I hope Man City beat us. I hope they spank us, little naughty boys. And the fans were rooting for us to lose. Then he was like, the fuck's wrong with y'all? And they're like, oh, he doesn't get it. He's just a fat Australian bastard. Since then, it's never been good. Like, since that moment, there's been a huge sever between Ainge and the fans. And I get both sides of it. I just think it's all a bunch of fucking weak shit. I just want to win a goddamn trophy.
Ahmed, I don't want to stay here for too long, so give me 2-minute conclusion on Man United.
Yeah, Man United, though, dog shit. They can't play football. Second half was shit. Made some stupid mistakes. Amorim's approach to this whole team is play so defensive. Again, when I watch his football, I want to actually just like scratch my eyes. There's nothing going for it. Like, he's got 10 losses in the Premier League. He's got 6 wins and he's got like 4 draws. And those 6 wins that he beat was Ipswich, Leicester, I think Fulham and Everton and some other team. They're all piss poor teams.
We lost to half of those.
Well, what I'm trying to tell you is that where we were in the table when we got rid of Ten Hag, I don't know how many points we was behind top 4, but we wasn't that bad. Like, I think it was like 6 or 7 points. Someone can correct me. We are now 14th with -7, I think, goal difference. We've lost to so many teams, and people can make the excuse of what they want. Oh, he needs his players. Yeah, I don't give a shit if he doesn't have his players. He still bought Dorgu in January. You got Ogata, who we coached in Sporting. This team, I've said it so many times, you cannot tell me that you can be like 5 points, you can be 5 points below top 4, and all of a sudden your team is 14th level. Like, cool, it might have been individual mistakes that we conceded to, but bro, the guy's football is horrendous. Like, it's bad. I don't think
Amorim is at fault, but I understand.
He doesn't help though. Like, I'm not saying that this team should be winning the league, but you should be getting the best out of the players you have. Like, he's always making the wrong. He's always picking the wrong players. Like, the amount of times, I know he didn't play Højlund today, but there's been many times where he dropped you. He dropped him against the Man City game. He dropped him in the Europa League game. Now Xerxes is out now. Our best attacker is now out. He got a hamstring injury, so he's going to be out for the whole season, most likely. And we're going to see probably Garnacho, Højlund, all the and Mason Mount and all the rubbish players, and nothing's really going to change in it.
Like, you're out against Lyon.
Nah, I think we can still beat Lyon because I don't think Lyon are that.
They're going to get knocked out, but Spurs are going through. Unpopular opinion.
You think Spurs are going through?
Yes.
You want to continue to be the bane of Tottenham's fan base? Go say that to them that we're going to win.
And also, if anyone here was a Man United fan and they were experiencing what Amorim does, I swear most of you guys on my panel would say get rid of him. Ain't no way. No way.
But I kind of sympathize with Amorim. I almost feel the same way like about him, about Ainge. Like, you adopted
Ainge has showed you at least good football last season. Amorim's not shown anything.
I mean, he walked in, he jumped on the train when it was already in motion.
It was a mess.
And it's like, to me, it's almost exposing the flaws and the ineptitude of years of mismanagement of a first team.
The wrong manager.
And that's so to me, I just think it's just exposing your owners and your board for how they've been operate in the last 5 to 10 years. For us,
Ineos are completely cooked.
Ineos are frauds, bro. They absolutely listen. I got it wrong with these. Like, I thought at the start of the season, when they were buying players, fair play, you got some decent players. But any competent club is supposed to recruit the right players and have the right structure around.
Yeah, y'all are buying Mason Mount for 60 million, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. No, but that was under the Glazers, or that's what I'm trying to say. Like, that Glazers
Can I ask you, Ahmed? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on.
What the fuck is up with this Andre Onana piece of shit motherfucker? What's up with this guy, bro? Is he brain dead? Is he dumb? Is he
Why
thick
so
or-
passionate?
No. Because he
go
doesn't know how to
I
read
hate
the
that
room.
Vicario gave him a run for his money. His
I saw that
dumbass keeper of the
Today
weekend.
he put out a post. He put out this as a post on his story, on his Instagram story.
What did he?
4-1.
Is it actually real?
Yeah, with Bayender, just by himself with a 4.1 rating, and then put the Kermit the Frog with the T.
That's
Is this guy-
fake, surely.
Ain't no
Is this guy
way.
brain
Ain't no
dead?
way. That's got to
That's
be
fake.
fake. Ain't
That's
no
fake.
way.
Sam,
That's fake, Saad.
But
So,
regardless
we
of whether it's
United-
fake, this guy's speaking about all of this stuff and talking about
Yeah, that I agree with.
cussing out Leon and speaking
He
about
did-
this, brother. You're not good. You're not a good keeper.
Can someone who actually has
Relax.
Instagram go and check if it's real, please?
I'm gonna check now.
Well, he would have deleted it by
That
now,
is a
right?
goal more than anything.
You see,
Yeah, let me just read these super chats for you. Wrap
Bro
up
got
the
you
sent
know,
stream.
out.
quickly, Sam, quickly. You know what? I think I felt sorry because
Can you actually be quick though? Can you be quick, please?
They tried to crush on Onana. Wallahi, they said Onana, poor Onana. Yeah, he's not the only culprit in this football club. They crushed Xerxes. They made a boy cry. Wallahi, they made that 23.
You was cooking Xerxes.
Wallahi, they
called him
I
fat.
cooked him. But you know what? We will never bought our players to make him cry. But your stadium did. Well, I've never seen that in football ever. A boy walked out and he was crying. And you know what? To me, I think you're done as a football club. If I'm a fan, Sam, wallahi, this is true. This is a true story.
They should change their club. They should support maybe a different club.
No, one second.
No, we can't do what Hamza did.
If I go United, and
Hamza
I'm
didn't even
going
get
to the
that.
stadium,
By
I'm
the way,
going to the stadium. I'll
Do you
go to
even
the
get what
stadium.
Mo
Sam,
just said?
one second,
I
one
just
second.
caught
يا
that.
عمي بلا فك
Okay.
خلاص بقى سيبه بقى.
I'll go to the stadium and you sit down. Wallahi, you're sitting down with rats.
I'll support them, bro. forever.
Imagine what they go through every year. They sit down with rats. Their stadium is done. Yeah, it's crashing down, leaking there, complaining about leaking toilets. Oh shit, I can't shit my pants. The toilet is full up. There's a queue there. Everything's falling apart. They're complaining. They go and watch a team. They go and watch a team that's fighting relegation. They're fighting a team.
Yes, that's fake, by the way. He
Fighting
didn't-
relegation. They're 3 points.
Gundogan just signed one more year, man.
Sam,
Gundogan one
17.
more year at Man
This
City, bro. We're here for it,
this
man.
huge club that
We're
they
here for it,
say.
bro.
Sam,
You're
this
on
club
mute,
that's
brother.
been called.
You're
one
on
second.
mute.
The club that's been compared to
Gundogan one more
Bayern
year.
Munich. The club that's been compared to Bayern Munich. One second, Sam,
they just-
Saad,
they
let
just
me
triggered
finish
the
first,
clause.
and then you can interrupt. The club that's been compared to Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Wallahi, do you think Bayern Munich will be fighting relegation? Do you think Real Madrid will be fighting relegation? Do you think Barcelona will be fighting? Do you think Inter Milan will fight in relegation? Do you think AC Milan will fight in relegation like this?
AC Milan
No.
have fallen off, to be fair.
No,
They've fallen off as well.
because Sam, this football club is done.
It's actually real.
Finito. Done as a football club. I'm sorry that, Fergie, I feel sorry. Fergie who thought that I will not go favorite against my rival Man City. Guess what? You're fighting relegation, Fergie. You're watching your team. You have to watch Ipswich Town drawing to Chelsea. Yeah, worry. You haven't got 40 points. It's your worst season ever. You've not even hit the basic of football. 40 points is basic of football. We're in April now. Easter's next week. People getting Easter eggs. You ain't got 40 points. You're worried about relegation. Yeah, this is a must for a club that's called a big club. Yeah, you talk about look at got Ugarte. Mazraoui. Mazraoui got cooked today. Yeah, Mazraoui got made into nothing by Harvey Barnes today.
Yeah, he
Harvey
slipped, by the way. He slipped.
Lenny Yoro, who they say Lenny Yoro's
Lenny Yoro's been very good as well. Like,
He lined up for
lately.
bro, Lenny Yoro. Yeah, Lenny Yoro.
Lenny Yoro's better than all of your centre backs.
Bayern D.
Wow.
Better
Bayern
than all of your
D.
centre backs.
Bayern D got made like Turkish Onana. His nickname should be Turkish Onana. If we cuss Onana like that much, yeah, he's the definition of Turkish Onana. He passed the ball straight to a Newcastle player and they scored. And Newcastle in gear too.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Do you know what Newcastle fans were chanting? Do you know what you were? Yeah,
You're gonna get
it's
sacked.
a long way back to London. Yeah, they were chanting because they know a lot of the United fans were there. They're in the capital city of London. 100%. I know that for a fact. Most of their fan base are here in London. If you say I've got London, 100%.
The
To
funny
me,
part is
I
you're
don't-
from London and Ahmed is from Manchester. That's the funny part.
Yeah. No, but I grew up in Ashton. Shame on you.
Oh yeah, okay.
We
Grew up
can't,
in
we can't
Aston.
call
Yeah,
up
okay.
things, man. Listen,
Yeah.
to
Grew up
me,
in
to me, I'm looking at Man United today. The performance of
Yeah, and he's
Euro
saying
was
go back to
shocking.
London. My you're
Bayern
from
was
London.
shocking.
Ahmed is Mank.
One second. The Bayern was shocking. I looked at Euro was shocking. Ugarte was a bum. Yeah. Garnacho was a bum. Zirkzee, fair enough, he did little skills. But Mark Boy, I told you before, he's overweight. That's why he did his hamstring. My guy's too overweight to be playing football. He did little skills. I've seen this guy's 5-star, whatever, 5. Bro, he cannot play at top level. Xerxes is not a top striker. Hoyland came in 75 million waste.
How is he not a top striker when he's
not
Okay,
top striker,
Hamza, just to end this because you said you need. Because I don't want to keep for too long because we're in 2 hours now. Do you think Man United will win Europa League? Do you think Man United will win Europa League?
Frankfurt and Atletico Bilbao there. That's the
I think
answer.
it will be. I think it will be Spurs versus Bilbao in the final.
Is Spurs in the Europa League?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought in Conference League. Okay, fair enough. Okay. I don't watch Europa League. Well, I don't watch I don't watch Europa League. I'm arrogant. I don't watch Europa League. That's why I don't spend time watching Europa League. But I watch for United. I watch for United. United, I'm there. Hatred, well, I'm watching it. Yeah. But to me, I think it will be Atletico Bilbao or Frankfurt will win the final. I don't know who's going to win it, but Atletico Bilbao or Frankfurt. Frankfurt have got Hugo Larsen, like TK.
Allah, I dare United fans, to actually back him, if he doesn't win this Europa League. Allah, I dare them to, bro. Because if they do,
and Ruben Amorim, to me, Ahmed, do you rate Ruben Amorim?
Nah.
No, he doesn't rate him.
We're not gonna stay here forever, bro.
Doesn't suck him for good. A manager that I didn't rate him. Wallahi, I didn't rate him. You're right. A lot of my fans do think that they should be given time. He should be given time. I think he's worse. He's crap. He's only got recruited because.
Okay, listen, Hamza. Let me just grab these super chats. Big up to ELCM says at Jacob stop filibustering and say and out.
And out.
I do declare there was no filibustering happening on this side of the Mississippi, my sir. But you can guarantee one thing.
This is unacceptable.
True. Just mic drop. Just let it go there. The
Yeah.
content interview was a generational crash out. Is what James speak. You know, I'll be honest with you. Every now and then, I actually do watch that interview.
These players,
Like every now and then, like
they
every
don't
3
want to
months, I
play
go
under
like,
the pressure.
yeah.
So funny.
Every like 3 months or so, I go like, I remember what Conte said, and then go watch him, and I'm like, man, he actually cooked. He was fully cooking, like.
And he was
know?
spot on. And the same people were like, how dare he say that about my club?
Try to
Like,
hide. That's so funny.
like, well, yeah, he's right.
I
You can
try to
change-
hide the problem.
You can change the manager over and over, but the
But
problem
these
is
owners,
will not
20 years,
change.
they don't win nothing.
I tell you, this club, they don't
don't
win
like
nothing.
Sad, that's
You
how
can
you do
change
an
the managers
imitation of
many,
accent,
many
Sad.
times.
Not make an Arab into a Russian.
But the
Mr.
situation,
Football
it
Corner.
will not change. Trust me.
Bro,
And guess what? He was fucking right. We changed the manager, and nothing fucking
Why is Mo
changed.
doing this thing again with the camera, man? This guy, man.
Saad, are you here? Saad, are you here?
He's playing FIFA.
Oh God.
Sorry, I
Oh.
was watching a video of Deji going crazy and telling Ange to suck his mum.
Big up to
bro.
Aiden Andrews. Says Jacob Belgian or pure waffle?
Big up.
Good question.
Big
Or
up,
American
Jacob.
pure waffle. No, Jacob is actually American pure waffle, not
He's
Belgian.
American, man.
I'm not American.
I've
I'm
been a
Texan.
Spurs fan for 20 long
I'm not
years.
American. I'm Texan. All right, that's my new slogan.
Oh, Scout's not English. Subhanallah, end the season, Dave. Big up the panel. Is
Yes.
what Mr. Khan is saying. Mr. Khan is a Spurs fan. He's just like, listen.
Okay, yeah. I was like, even if he's
Interesting,
not,
yeah.
he's right. There you go. Some
Whoa.
fireworks.
Oh,
There
Wow,
you
look at
go.
that.
Season's
that.
over
Biggest trophy parade Tottenham have had there. Look at that. Bloody hell.
oh my God.
so far.
Oh, what's that?
Ruben Amorim like bicycle thing, and it says it
How do
comes with-
people do that? By the way,
I don't even know how people do that, bro.
Stevie G. Oh, look at that Slippy G, mate.
Slippy G, mate.
Oh.
Also, shout out
Maxim's
Scouts.
a good
Paddy
player.
the Batty had a nice win yesterday.
Paddy the fucking body.
Paddy
Hey,
the Batty.
bro,
He
man,
said,
fucking
"What
guy,
now?
man.
What questions you got for me now?"
Oh yeah, he cooked at Chandler, didn't he?
They
Oh,
moved,
he
they moved, they
fucked
moved the
him
goal.
up.
They moved the
That's
goalpost,
yeah.
by the way. They moved the goalpost. They started saying, "Oh, but he's 4-2 in his last Like, brother, please, man.
Wait.
I
Who
already
does
feel
AMT
you.
support? By the way? Who does AMT support?
Arsenal.
He's not
Arsenal. It shows this Man United fan has very weak football knowledge. He said Madison has been good.
Madison gets over Ødegaard in the Arsenal team. How about that? How about that?
You're damn right.
Madison is a very good player. Don't let Tottenham tax.
33% of the time, he's good. Leicester called him Mr. 33%, and I was like, no, they're just wrong. They're just bums.
Madison is
right.
a quality player, man. Quality
for
player.
33% of the time.
Listen, bro.
Mo, who is worse, Amorim or Ten Hag?
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag is way worse, bro. Come on now, like, bro.
Even Ahmed is Amorim out and said it. So,
bro, Ten Hag. Wallahi, that guy gave me. I swear he gave me depression, bro. That guy. I'm telling you.
I feel like how you feel about Ten Hag is how most Spurs fans feel about Ainge.
Yes.
Like when he speaks, they want to die. When he says anything, he should have said the other thing. When he does anything, he should.
I was talking to my own TV. Yeah, that's how rattled I was getting. Like I was gonna.
Send me that tweet, Jack, please. Amorim wanted to come at the end of the season, but Man United told him now or never. So he knew the club is shit, is what AMT is saying.
So what? So did the club just say, "Ghasman annik, you have to join this club or else"? Like, come on now. Like he still had a choice in it. He still had other options to go. He could have stayed at Sporting.
The truth is, if he did say, I want to come in the summer, then he was right and the club is wrong.
Yeah, but still, like, who's to say that if he joined us in the summer, yeah, we wouldn't be seeing, like, cracks still. Like, I don't know. This is...
Send me the tweet, Jack.
Nah, bro. Done this guy, man. Forget about Amorim, man. It's finito with him.
Oh, it's actually real. We're going to bring in a creator. Wow. Ghasban annak is crazy. Yeah. You know what's more crazy? You're from Saudi and you can't even spell Ghasban. You actually put
look at that.
Alif. Madison. Oh, come on, Ahmed. You're better than that.
Well, Madison's a
He's
good
not.
He's good. He's good. He walks into that Liverpool team as well. In that 10.
The Liverpool team where, Habibi?
Instead of Sabozlai.
Nah, he doesn't walk into.
Come on, bro. Madison gets into that. Madison gets into that team. He does, man.
He doesn't, blood.
Oh, look at this guy.
He doesn't.
Madison
anyway,
is awful. Honestly, it's
I wouldn't go awful. I wouldn't go over the top.
The way you look at it, he's a literal definition. He's a literal definition of just running around and looking busy.
That's literally.
No, I think he's above average. Is fair, just above average. Nothing crazy.
Okay. Let's go above average then. Khalas.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's very good? You don't have to cut onions to watch Spurs and United, bro. I watched United today and I wanted them to get something against Newcastle, and khalas, they just got destroyed, man. They just got destroyed.
I knew that was not the game that.
I'm just glad that happened, so we still have a chance to finish above United. Come on.
I'm right. No ball knowledge. As soon as you mentioned the Odegaard thing, it is what it is. Listen, on that note, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining us on another episode of Ahwa. I'm a little bit sick, lad. So tomorrow I'm gonna be back, inshallah. That's how you do accents, Saad. You know, instead of you making me sound Russian. This is unacceptable. You got to, I can do Italian as well.
Next time when I say there you are, I'm gonna add Z's to it. Yeah, that's all good, bro.
You cannot change it.
Next time we're gonna do your accent.
If you want to imitate my accent, just roll your R's. There you are.
There you
are.
Yes, that's better than the Russian Makarov. Let's kill Americans. That's what he's doing in Modern Warfare.
There you are. Welcome back to
Sweet Home Alabama. Who's got
Alabama?
Come on, Mason.
See you guys later, man. This whole thing is
Jacob, thoughts on Donald Trump?
Sorry. Whoa.
Thoughts on who?
I mean,
Donald Trump.
If he spent more time working and less time at UFC, we'd be all right. No, we wouldn't. But
did you see him? Main character syndrome, like as
I've been a Spurs fan for 20 long years, seen my share of triumphs and buckets of tears. But this year's taken in one.